Welcome, YouTube. Where the heck are we at?
Main Street, Sturgis.
There you go. Somebody's losing their voice. They've been losing it for about a little over a week. She's got some kind of allergies and having trouble talking. So you haven't seen her on a lot of the videos, and that's kind of why. She's trying to recuperate, get back together. She has kind of like one good day and then comes back again, and they're just crazy, crazy, crazy. So we're actually sitting right here in front of Loud American, one of our favorite places we love doing lives from during the rally, and even a little pre-rally. This is an extra year. We're getting here extra early.
Just fine, thank you.
And so we just got some tater tots. And, for today is, if you're anywhere near here, is
Full throttle?
no, it's steak tips.
Mm.
You can come down and get steak tips. That don't go till about 2 weeks before the rally is when they stop doing the Sundays, the all-you-can-eat beef tips. But they do have a sampler plaque before the rally. That's like $15, and we had plenty of. Last night we ate here. We had the hunk contest was going on, so we got something for the ladies to come up here in a week or so. They'll be showing them. But I mean, there's a lot of people go, well, what is going on out there? Actually, Karen knows. Last night, actually, in Deadwood, they had Pam Tillis live, free show. They blocked off Main Drag there, and it was packed. Now, we didn't go. Problem with Deadwood is no parking. I don't know where all those people parked at. I know they shuttle them in. Sometimes they park them up there at the convention center, and they shuttle people down. And we don't go for that very much, because what happens when the concert's over, you're waiting to get back to your car, and it can take hours.
The Cardinal game.
Yeah, and we end up going with an Uber. Well, out here, there's not a lot of Ubers. At least not in this area. There's more in Rapid City. But during the rally, you won't find any. Even most of the taxis aren't even running during the rally, unless you want to just stay in Rapid City or something like that. That's another video. We've done videos on that before if you're looking for transportation. But back to what the heck are we doing here? So that was going on. We just left Sunday. They actually are having every Sunday. They're having over at the Full Throttle Saloon.
Bikes, cars, and guitars.
There you go. It was pretty good. We got there late. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon when we got there. They were kind of wrapping it up. It's the radio station here. What are they called?
That's Home Slice?
Yeah, Home Slice. They have a radio station and stuff here, and they do a lot of promotions. They work with, I guess they do stuff with the Full Throttle. They do stuff with the Buffalo Chip. That was last night. We had the hunk contest. Actually, they were begging for people to go. They were trying to talk me into it, and I'm like, no. Because you have to come back and do it during the rally. And I'm not going to be doing it during the rally. So, just the camera. So, that's going on. You know, we got a Monster Jam going to be coming out here in Deadwood. We got the rodeo coming up soon. We got the three-wheel rally is going to be coming up soon. We got the Adventure Bike Week coming up soon. So, we have a lot of events, and you're thinking, what are you even doing? Well, we got a lot of videos that are in the queue that we haven't even got ready. The video I just got done today, which will be out for Monday, is going to be all about 3 bars that we want to hit on that maybe you don't know about, or it's some that have reopened. You can talk a minute while I get it going on the Facebook page.
So we went on a ride yesterday with one of our groups that we know, and it was a really cool ride. We went up Bonaka Road, we went to Nemo, we went to the Branding Iron, which is one place we've gone to quite a few times, and that's out of Nemo. And then we went down through, what's the second one we stopped at? We went down to Lewis's Burgers, and that's right outside of Lead. And outside, you go to Deadwood, then Lead. It's right outside of Lead. And then we went through Spearfish Canyon and ended up in St. Odge Bar. They call it the SOB Bar. And that's like on your way out to Belfuge or to Alzada or Hewlett. Anyway, it's right out that way. So the 2 bars that have been reopened, Lewis's Bar, it closed down. The Burgers, it closed down for, I don't know, he said it was only like 6 months. And then he reopened it, a younger couple, and they want to keep it all the same as the way it was. And then the bar out at St. Odge, that never really closed. But the people that had owned it, the husband passed away, the wife sold it, and now this other couple owns it. And it's still open, and they've kind of done some really cool stuff to it out there. So you'll see that in a video coming up, too. So that's what we did on Saturday. Today's Sunday. He did some videos. I did some laundry. Then we went out to Full Throttle to see their thing that they've got going on, which is bikes, cars, and guitars. So it's music, and then they have like a bike show and a car show. So it's kind of fun. And they started that, I think, on the 29th of May, and it'll go up and through right before the rally starts. I think it goes to July 29th. So if you're out here early, you can go and see that out at the Full Throttle. The Full Throttle is, if you didn't see one of the videos, go back and watch that one. They've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of neat stuff. So you check it out, find out what's going on. Now you can talk. They're probably tired of hearing my squeaky voice.
All right. So what all have we done here? So we've already got just to give you a preview of some of the videos coming up. We went to the 1880s town. We went out to the Badlands. You will not believe how green it is. And we also went out to Walls Drugs, kind of gave you a little bit more look at that. So we got those three out of the way. We went and rode with a 1% motorcycle club. Wait till you see that video. That'll be quite an endeavor. If you've ever rode with one. So that's what the video is going to be called. What's it like riding with a 1% motorcycle club? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. It was definitely very, very different from what you would see in a normal, and we kind of hugged it towards the rear of them. We are the rear back of the pack. And so we weren't all the way up in the front, but we'll get into that and talk about that. They say we got 3 bars that we reviewed that's going to come out tomorrow. And so that you'll get to see that. We did, what are some of the things we've done?
The flat track.
Yeah, we did. We're starting to work on the Jack Pine Gypsies. We're going to be working on some videos to put up for them because we need to support them. No matter what you say, if you're coming to the Sturgis Rally, you need to at least pick one day, one evening, whatever it is, to go to one of their events to support them. You know, it might be one of these days, just like the drag strip, it's gone. And just like last night, there wasn't probably 100 people watching this race. Probably most of them were family and friends of people that were the kids that were racing. It was the small kids from 5 up to, I think, 16 or 18 or something. It was
like 12, 14, something like that. Then
So that video won't come out yet. We're going to be putting a bunch of different stuff together. Every Friday night they have, or Saturday night, they have different kinds of racing and stuff going on all the way up until Sturgis time. So we'll be getting you a whole lot of different footage, talking about some of that stuff and things like that. What else have we done? We have a whole bunch of other stuff we've done.
Free race, qualifying, whatever.
Yeah.
The flat track
So we did that. We spent the whole day down on Tuesday of the last week about getting ready for the flat track racing. Actually, which we got to call. We talked to them over at Jack Pine Gypsies yesterday, and what they're saying is it's not really a flat track race. It's an adventure bike race. And I've seen people that were asking that question, why didn't they run any adventure bikes on it? So that could be what it is. We're going to call Monday. We'll clear that up and let them know on a future video if that's what it is. I know somebody asked that, and they were asking while we were there. So I knew they were going to have some adventure bikes. I didn't know that's mainly what the racing was about. So I think they're still going to do flat track racing out of the dirt on regular bikes out at Black Hills Harley. Not Black Hills Harley, but out in Rapid City out at the racetrack out there. So things are going on. We also went over to the Buffalo Chip. We got a tour of that. They got a bunch of new stuff going on. They're changing the gates. Wait till you hear about that. I think it's a great idea. I think it's going to make it a lot better for people to get in. RVs, campers, things like that. You're going to be able to get a lot faster than you ever have before. And we're going to be working with them to help them get this word out about how the 2 other options now to come into the campground. So that'll be something we're going to talk about soon. They got some more hookups. Now these spots are all gone. So they already booked them as soon as they started putting them in, and they're still rough. All the plumbing, electric, and all that's in. They still got to get the spots leveled up and all that. So we're going to show you some video. They got some more blacktopping done. They put a big area in the back there that's all blacktop now. So that's kind of neat and exciting. So like I say, we got a lot of stuff there. So we went there.
Where the rides are going to change where they're starting.
Oh yeah, so they got some rides that they're going to change. The Rusty Wallace is going to leave from Deadwood. The Legends ride is now going to leave from the Chip this year. Leave and come back. It's going to be a whole new route, which is kind of neat. I kind of like the route that they're going to be going this year, so I'm kind of excited about that. They're going to be doing spearfish and a whole bunch of that stuff. We'll be letting you know what all that is. So if you're already signed up or something like that, so that's kind of exciting. The city here, if you look behind us, the curbs are all really painted nice and yellow now. We filmed it the other day, but I didn't put the video up yet. They redid the lines on the streets, so you see where it's parked. And some people were complaining about that. The reason they're doing it this year is because people got towed over the last couple of years. You've seen it on the video. We had it last year, the year before. They had a wrecker in here pulling people out of the fire lane. So this year they colored them so that way people know if you see yellow, don't park there. Just because there's 50 other bikes parking there doesn't mean you can park there. You could, but you'll be towed. So that's a good idea. I'm really hats off to the city. We've talked to the Public Works Department. We're going to be doing some work with them, showing you some stuff behind the scenes. So that's kind of exciting. We got going on.
You will be.
Yeah, she's not going to get up and work all night. So that's kind of exciting. So we're going to be able to show you stuff. That'll be probably after the rally, just to kind of show you what they do. Because it's probably going to be a lot of camera turning on and off. So, but just to kind of show you that the Public Works here, they don't hire anybody in. They don't bring anybody in to help them out. It's just the city takes care of what they do, and they really kick it up for the rally, and it's hats off to them.
I wrote the one, happy birthday. Happy Father's Day to all you guys out there, too, that are fathers. And want to wish you all a happy Father's Day. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, there's Scott G from Ottawa, Canada. We should talk.
So,
I was thinking about calling you.
So we've done a lot. Then we also had our subscriber that lives in Rapid City took us out, and we've got so we got 3 new rides for sure that we're going to talk about. No, it wasn't Chip.
No,
Chip went with me on the demo bikes. So we did 2 demo bikes. You guys didn't see that. Went out with the road glide. Also went out with the street glide last week, and we took it out on some windy roads. No jackknives or nothing, but I was very, I've always rode a road glide. I mean, I've always rode a street glide. So very curious what I think about the 2. So you might want to check that out, because I know a few people were complaining about Florida. You didn't ride on any twisties. There ain't any twisties in Florida. Surprise. So
yeah, Sturgis is a town, and it's here all year. Big Ben wanted to know if Sturgis was all year.
They do have stuff. Wednesday nights here during the summer, they have a band, and they have jumpies and all kinds of stuff going on downtown. Spearfish, we just found out today. Friday, they have bands out there, free. It's all free. They just had the days. What do they call that thing that they just had? It wasn't the Days of Thunder. They just had a whole big event at Deadwood this week. I think it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was all free. They had concerts every night. Like I said, they had Bam Tillis last night. We would have thought about going, but we'd already kind of promised that we would cover this hunk thing for the Buffalo Chip. So didn't have enough time. We did 3 events yesterday. That was a lot to be done. So we got that.
Are you coming out to Sturgis? Does it say we have a fight there in August in the rally?
It says we have a fight there in August at the rally. You do? Now there is going to be. Now it hasn't come out yet. There's going to be some bare knuckle fighting at the Sturgis rally. Men and women, old school fighting. So maybe Big Ben knows about that. We've been told about it, but I don't think they've gone public with it yet, so we're not saying a whole lot about it. But it is kind of neat. The Knuckle used to do that. We didn't find out about the Knuckle until like the last year they were going to do it. I never knew why. I thought it was Knuckle for a Harley Knuckle. I didn't realize they did fighting there. There it was all amateurs. People come in and you throw money, and whoever won, they got to collect all the money out of the ring, and that's how they did it. So it was pretty neat. We only got to see it one time. We were watching the TV, and we're like, wow, where's that fight in? We were here with my buddy Art, and they're like, right out there. I'm like, where? Right out there. And I went out there, and so wait and see where it's going to be this year, what's going to be. I think we're going to see maybe a little bit one night and a whole thing on the next night. So it'll be kind of exciting and something new. And I think it is kind of neat. I think it's a comeback with some, that's something different that we haven't had. Heck, the Knuckle probably hasn't done it in 5 to 10 years. It's been gone for a while.
The thing in Deadwood was Days of 76.
No, that's the rodeo.
Oh. They had some this weekend.
Yeah.
And then they also had the Renaissance Fair in Lead. There was a whole bunch of people there all dressed up like for the Renaissance. So that was going on. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do up here. We told our daughter when we were in Kansas and Wichita, because we were trying to find things to do, they need to move up here. There's a lot more stuff to do up here than there is down there.
Pretty much every weekend, there's at least one thing, if not other thing. Like we just left when we left Rapid City. Was it today or yesterday that we seen that park? They had all that stuff going on.
Oh, today, this morning.
Yeah, so there was some kind of fair going on there. It had a bunch of tents up and stuff. And so there's a lot of big community support here in the Black Hills, where they have a lot of stuff. So it's not hard to find stuff to do, and it doesn't cost. The other thing that I want to mention, ever since, now we haven't been here since Memorial Day weekend, but the locals are telling me this, tons and tons and tons of motorcycles are here. Thousands are already here. You can't pass you can't really ride on a road without seeing a motorcycle pass you by. It's several of them. And
So is the band who won Battle of the Bands? Are they going to perform at the Chip again like they did last year?
yes,
Okay.
opening for Thursday night.
Well,
No,
Friday
Friday night.
And that's my company's BKFC. Kickboxing? I would think it would be KB, not BK.
Well, but I mean, boxing, kick, I don't know. Doesn't, yeah. So that's good. Are you going to be here then, Big Ben? You're coming?
Because we'll be here until like the 14th, 15th. So if you're in here before that time, let us know. Bare knuckle fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess we should say no more.
Yeah.
I work for them. Okay, that's cool. I'll call you.
That'll be neat. And so maybe you'll be out here. You'll get to be this fine one. And because we'll be at that event. And so that'd be kind of neat because we just found out about it. And they asked us if we could be there. And we're like, sure, I'd like to cover some of that. And because it's not going to be on TV or nothing like that. So there's no broadcasting or copyrights or anything. So it's kind of neat. So I'm kind of excited about that. Downtown here, they're doing, which I think they're going to backfire and it's going to screw up on them. But the city on opening night is going to have these going to have women doing tight wire, fire breathing, stunt shows, all this stuff, but they're very risque dressed. Like performers. Kind of like what they had out there. They've had them out at the Full Throttle Swim. I don't think it's the same group, but it could be. But that's going on in downtown. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to do, if you're in Sturgis, we may come up to you while you're on Main Street and ask you this question. Do you think young kids should be at a motorcycle rally? That's, I've had a whole bunch of people arguing with me last week about it, that, oh, people love my kids. They're 5 and 6 years old. They love them running around the campground. They love them going up and down Main Street. Like I say, I've already talked about 20 people, and they're all saying, we don't know who the hell they are, or that saying they like. I said, the only reason the people are telling you that is because they're being nice to you. They don't want to tell you that your kids suck. Get them out of here. They have no business having kids at a motorcycle rally. Now, there's some kids here, but rally time's not rally times. So, yeah, there's no problem before the rally or after. Doing great.
More water, please.
Yeah.
You want some more?
Yeah, why not another Coke? That'll save you a trip back. And so that's going on. Another thing I want to mention is a whole lot of people have been showing a picture of down where the Beaver Bar was at. We'll give you some insight of what's going on over there. It is owned by the same people that own the gas station on the corner. They also own the racing strip that was behind it. Now, they didn't put that on. Somebody else did it. But what they've done is they built this big yellow thing. Now it's black and yellow. They took all the rocking chairs. They took the bar out in front of there. It's gone. It ain't coming back. So don't be thinking you're going there to sit around rockers. But what they're doing now is yesterday they had, which we missed that, didn't have time to go see it. They got the younger people are coming in and doing drift parties where they're taking the cars and doing all kinds of slides and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's coming back for the Sturgis rally. Also, there's a group that does stunts in general. They've been hired to come in the first weekend. I think they're doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so they're going to be there the first weekend. That big stand is considered premier viewing. So take it from there. I'm assuming we haven't got a hold of the owner yet. We couldn't track him down the other day. So, we're here for a long time. We'll catch up with him again. But I'm assuming it's going to cost to get up there. Maybe not. Maybe they'll let people go up and down. I don't know. I'm just assuming when they said premier usually means mucho gracias, money.
So Chip wanted to know how the races were Friday night. It was mostly motocross. It wasn't really races. I don't know. Do they call that a race?
It's like enduro racing. It's the hills and all that and the curves and stuff. So it's more enduro racing.
All the little kids.
Yeah. And so it wasn't much. We didn't get to go down close. We got there late after it started, and we talked to them in the office, and they got us in. But I want to be able to get inside. I want to do more of. They got the hill climbing. They've also got the track in the back. That's a bigger track. So I'm hoping as we get closer to the rally, they're bringing in different races. So, but it was okay. Like I said, we only spent about an hour there, and we filmed some stuff. But
said I lost my voice from yelling at you.
Yeah, she yells all the time. Yippity 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 yippity.
So Bruce, if you're going to be in the area, send us your contact information, and maybe we can meet up while you're out here. Because he said they're leaving in 2 weeks to come out this way. Combine the lingerie fighting championship and the Bruchette fighting.
So that's pretty neat. Something different is coming to Sturgis this year. So we'll see how it all goes. I'm a lot of places are booking up. If you get on our Sturgis page it's a Sturgis page, how to help and share information. That's our page that we monitor. We got a lot of people that one of the campgrounds had a cabin just canceled, or they were looking for somebody to take it over. So there is some stuff still available, but it is booking up. Now, if you're coming in a tent, don't worry. There's plenty of tents. I think one sexy biker chick at the Sturgis house, she's got, I think, at least one room left. The guy we know over in Rapid City, Doug, he's on our page too. Shows a picture of the house. We can stay there. It's a great place to stay. We like Rapid. That's where we're at now. We're in Rapid City till the 23rd before we come over to Sturgis. But the great thing about Rapid City is you're close to all the good rides. Iron Mountain, Needles Highway, Custer, Badlands. You're 30 miles closer than you would be if you were in Sturgis or past Sturgis. So sometimes it's not a bad idea to come and stay maybe a couple days there and then a couple days in Sturgis. But see, like when we first came here, we never really came downtown. I'm not even sure if we even drove down Main Street or not. I know we drove on the junction in LaSalle because traffic was so bad, but I don't remember. We might have, don't remember. So, but
no, they're being polite. There's too much adult activity during the rally. Yeah, they're talking about. There's even, yeah. I don't know. There should be a motorcycle rally, more or less a child. Yes. They don't have a liquor license, just beer and wine. Yes, that's out at the Thunderdome.
well, what we heard from, I don't know if it's the chamber that told us that the other day, that they're working on some more new liquor license for the rally and stuff. So I don't know if they'll have one before the rally starts, but it is something. It's put on by the county. City of Sturgis has nothing to do with liquor license. Right now, the Beaver Bar kept hers. She's looking to maybe do something for the 85th and maybe get some bigger property outside of town and have the big event that she wants to have. So we'll have to wait and see if that all turns out. And but she said no Beaver Bar this year in Sturgis. It's completely gone, and she ain't coming back for this year. So that's already off the table. So what they've done is they've done that, and they call it the Thunderdome now. And kind of doing what we recommended, that if you're going to have something over there on that side of the road, you've got to have. What are you looking for?
I cannot get that off of there to see if there's anybody talking. They did not pay Fort Midway yet, and it don't look like it's going to be anytime soon.
So what do you want to go get to one of the?
Whatever was on there.
You said close.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see a close button.
So, yes, so that's what it is. It's called the Thunderdome this year. It's supposed to have some vendors inside. They may have some outside. Don't know. Maybe outside they just have the sun front. After the Monday, I don't know what's going to be going on outside, if anything. So, it looks like they're spending most of their money on the first weekend to see how it goes. They're still looking for somebody to take it over. They got a big lease sign up. If you're interested, you want to open up a bar.
Ernest says he takes the bus from the Bulldog Creek Campground.
There you go. And that's the other thing. The bus still has, and I think till the end of June, you can go to their website and they've still got a discount if you're staying in any of the campgrounds in town. I think they make a couple trips into Deadwood during the day. You have to look at their schedules. I'm not going to put the map up here and then talk about it. Just type in DABUS, the bus, Sturgis, and it'll give you the routes. They'll show you last. I don't know if they got the new routes for this year, but it's the same ones every year.
Save your pennies, Art.
But if you're going to Rapid City, you're not going to go. There's no bus going out from there. We do have a shuttle service. You can Google that on ours. Shuttle for Sturgis. Go down into YouTube and you'll find the one that we recommend every year. She does a great job. $40 round trip. But you have to schedule it all.
Dale's on from Michigan. Joe and Amy, Jerry, and I want to say thank you for all you do. Well, thank you, Dale. We appreciate that.
And started watching the videos. We finally started getting going this week. I was kind of getting discouraged. I was getting like 400 or 500 views on the last couple of videos I did. That's why we kind of went out to the full throttle yesterday, because I figured that should get people starting looking again. And it did. That video's up to about 2,500 or 2,700, which is not great, but it's good in getting there. So we're hoping by the time we get done with our series here in Sturgis, we're hoping that when Sturgis starts, we'll be full blown, and we'll have a really great time here in Sturgis and do really good.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Kitten. I don't know if I had my
Estes. Have your microphone. There's no, you got it inside out. Can't
yes, you do. Properly. No, she wanted to know
I know.
This is the shirt she
You
got
just
me.
covered up your microphone, though.
It's been like that the whole
Oh.
time.
Oh.
I
You
don't
can't
like
hear it.
I don't like a big fuzzy thing hanging in my mouth.
It's not in my mouth.
Well, close enough. Posted.
So behind us is Sturgis Main Street. Back behind us, One Eye Jacks. We've kind of set some stuff up. They got a tent, but it's just got T-shirts and stuff in it behind us. But I mean, you watched the video the other day at the end. It showed us driving down Main Street. There's quite a few places to open already. Most of them is the T-shirt places. So not to say anything bad. The bank took down the clock, which I'm kind of sad about.
They did that last year.
You think?
Because I remember we kept saying, "What time is it? How come the bank doesn't have their stuff up?" I think it wasn't here last year either. I remember right.
Don't know. It's still gone. Don't know. It ain't
So
there
we can't
anymore.
tell you the time or the temperature.
Yeah. That was a big update we used to give everybody.
Major snow in Montana. Getting a feeling another mild rally. Wild weather
last
rally.
Wish you could read it. It
Major
says,
snow in
major
Montana.
snow in Montana.
Got a feeling.
Another wild weather rally. I don't believe that. We've had a lot of rain here in the Black Hills this year. Lots. There's a good chance that it could be by the time it gets down that it'll be gone. Now we had some wind last night. We had some pretty good wind. The trailer was over there rocking and it wasn't us. And nobody was knocking. And so last night about 11:30, 12 o'clock, it started kicking up the wind and stuff, blowing pretty good. It's supposed to be, you see it's cloudy now behind us. We have a chance, but what's happened now, it's cooling down. So today's only like 71. We've been up into the high 80s the last 3 days, 86, pushing 90. So it's been really hot. So we've actually been, since we've been here, we've had some great variety. Yesterday, we got about 100 drops on us, and then we rode through the water, and my bike's a mess now. But it did rain a little bit yesterday, but we didn't die and we didn't melt.
Jeffrey Pope wants to know if you got your radio put in yet.
No, I'm going to wait for, while you're on, did you have to buy, does that little adapter that you bought, which I have, does that make it Bluetooth? I don't want to plug the wire in. Because if it doesn't, then I got to buy that adapter.
Well, he told you had to buy the Bluetooth adapter.
Well, I thought he just meant I had to buy that other thing. I bought this box.
We can call him when we get time.
Well, you can just put yes, I do need to buy it.
Well,
he's on there. Why make phone calls?
He was the last one.
So no, I haven't done the radio. It's sitting next to the bed. And I just figured I'm just going to let Sinister Sound put it in for me. Just saves me from, right now I haven't any time. There's things I still need to do.
On the trailer.
And I haven't even got around to doing it.
The lock don't work?
Yeah, got to fix the door lock. Well, we got to lock it with a key. Instead of my remote control that we always have. So I got to figure out what's wrong with that. Mainly a lot of stuff we won't get till we move over here to Sturgis. Because once we get here, we're stuck here. We're not moving until after the rally's over. So we're over at Kathmandu. They're doing a lot of stuff there, fixing stuff up. They got a new bar. We went by there the other night, but they weren't. Oh, it was that morning. Because we were supposed to come over Friday morning. Some things are supposed to be. Come over Friday morning, then we're going to dump dirt. So on this track that they're going to build on that last Sunday, they're going to be the parking lot across the street where people used to park cars and stuff at, bikes. Across from City Hall is going to be a dirt lot with a jump in it. So they told us when we were there Tuesday, which we didn't call back, that 4 o'clock in the morning they were going to be dumping dirt. And said, "You're going to be there at 4?" I said, "I don't need to see them dump the dirt. We get there by 7, it should be fine. They should have it all fixed up, and we should be able to see something." There was nobody. The town was like locked up. There was nobody here. So we had to go down to McDonald's. Oh, what a nightmare that place is now. They have made it all no people. It's all kiosks now to deal with. The register is actually backwards. It opens, which I think somebody robs them. The drawer opens up towards you, and they have a girl there to make change if you want to pay cash. Other than that, nope, nothing. And we had pancakes and a biscuit.
About 10 minutes, at least. At least.
It is going to be total. Unless you want to take your motorcycle to the drive-thru, it'll probably be all right. But I don't do motorcycle drive-thrus. So McDonald's. Yeah, you can order online too. Yeah, you can go inside. Yeah, you can do that. So that's an option. But if you want to, if you're planning on going inside and using one of those kiosks, it's just a mess. And we were over there, and just some guys came in golf, and there was probably about 8 of them. And there was other people coming in. It wasn't packed, but I mean, it was just chaos. Everybody was just kind of like, "What do you want us to do?" So we're probably gonna, once the rally starts. Well, we're not big McDonald's people anyway, but usually during the rally, we'll eat once or twice there. We probably won't eat it at all unless we remember to use the phone app to order. Other than that, we probably will skip that. Pizza Corral, Pizza and
Ranch.
Pasta, or Pizza Ranch. There we go. They are not raising the prices again this year. So we went over there and ate there the other day, and it was really good. If you go on Wednesdays all day, it's adult. They don't change it. Seniors are only $9.95 all day, and then from 2 to 4, it's $9.95 during the week. So I don't know if I'm assuming because they're saying they're keeping regular prices, that will still be going on. So it'll be a good time if you want to get a big healthy meal and hold you over all day. Go over there about 3:30 and take out. And so just so they got chicken. The chicken's really good. They got green beans, and they had corn and mashed potatoes and all kinds of bread and ice cream.
Salad. They got a salad bar. You don't need salad, but they do have a big salad bar. Got pudding on it. And, I don't know. It's
worth it.
For $9.99.
It includes a drink, doesn't it?
Yeah, it comes with a drink.
Yep. So not a bad deal. So that's already, we've done that. We've ate at Uncle Louie's the other morning. We ate there and had breakfast. Is that what we had? Yeah. And so that was good. Got in and out really quick.
Yeah, they got a special. I think you get one meat, like it's a sausage or a piece of bacon, and either French toast or a pancake.
3 of them.
No,
just get one big one.
I only got one piece of French toast. It said one big pancake, but you got 3 smaller ones, and it was $6.99.
That's a drink.
Yeah.
So that was good. And Uncle Louie's prices all stay the same, just too. There's a lot of good places. Went over to the Vets Club. We'll be getting with them to find out what their prices are going to be on beer and stuff. Out here at that Ride Easy or whatever that place is out here. What's that place that sells motorcycles? Rumble On. Their banner's still up saying they're doing $3 beers.
Sorry.
Take a drink.
I did.
Take another drink. Put salt in it. Gargle with it. Talking too much.
Jerry said it was a year ago today. He was out here in Sturgis. See, if you'd come this year, we'd have been here.
Try. So it's pretty good. And the Black Hills has been wonderful. The traffic hasn't been too bad. Like I said, there's a lot of bikes. A lot of trikes I see, too. A lot of trikes out here this year. Pre-rally here. And which isn't too bad. We didn't really have to. When I rode with the 1%ers, we actually had to pass some cars. We did pass 2 bikes. But most of it wasn't not a big deal. But so we were able to zip by them. Actually, on the video, when you watch it tomorrow, you'll see me and another bike fly past on Spearfish Canyon. We passed up some bikes. So in our 1%er, we were up to about 95 miles an hour on some of those back roads, about 60, 65 on most of the turns. So we were really hauling it. And I was keeping up pretty much most of it. Usually it's the people that was in front of me that slowed down. The problem was there's 2 of us on the bike, and there's only one on the people that were in front of us. To where once they got into the curve, they sped up, they pulled way away from us. Because there's 2 of us on it, it took a little while for us to get up to where they're at again. So, like I said, we're going to put that video together pretty soon and show. And we'll talk about the 1% club we went with and why we went with them on this ride. And but it was pretty neat. And didn't have too much issues with us recording and stuff like that. And we try not to shove cameras in people's faces, but you'll see some of their back of their vest and stuff like that. And so Dan did some side shots too. And you'll see a little bit of that because actually when we did all the bar hopping yesterday, the video that's going to come out tomorrow is actually what we did with that club. So if you look, you'll see some of them there.
I'm drinking honey and lemon at night. And then in the middle of the night, I get up and take a big spoonful of honey. And it's local honey. So it's supposed to help with the allergies.
So we bought that. And we found a place down in the natural store that had some stuff, which I'm thinking about. I'm going to look on Amazon and see if they got it. Because I think we might buy some of that. Because I felt pretty good after I took it. Yeah. I don't need to take it twice a day. But once a day.
I take vitamins all day long.
Yeah. I think what's happened to us is with the first 2 years, we never got sick at all. No cold, no sniffles, no nothing. And I think what's happened now is it's like everything else. Your body kind of gets used to it. So we either need to get some more, take more, or we need to get a higher dose of vitamins than what we're taking now. Because it is this last year, we've been sick almost all the time, colds and stuff. I'm not doing bad right now, but in Daytona and stuff, after Daytona, I kind of got something. And then I think a lot of it had to do with when the humidity came up. Since we've been here, it has been nice. The humidity is about 40%. You know, it was like we got out of the truck the first day. It was like, wow, this is like summer here. I mean, spring. It was cool. It was, you know.
That's good.
And it's only getting really muggy towards the end of the day. You know, the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It's pretty hot and sticky. But I mean,
now and it's not.
Yeah, it's like 70 degrees.
Supposed to be in the 50s.
Yeah. So we want to do Custer maybe tomorrow, but we'll have to see how it goes. We only got the rest of this next week. The 23rd, supposed to be next Sunday. We want to pull out. We got one more day if we had to, but I don't know I don't really like to ride on Saturday or Sunday either. So we'll just see how this is all going to work out. See if we're going to be able to get our rides in before we leave. Really, we did half of Iron Mountain, so we could get away with doing half of Iron Mountain and add it to the subscriber that took us out on the rides. We came out on a road that we never got to ride on because it was under construction.
He took us through like a back cut road too.
Yeah.
Through Iron Mountain.
Yeah.
There's a shortcut on Iron Mountain.
Well, yeah. Get you coming around if you want to go through the tunnel twice.
There's a lot of pine needles, so you gotta be careful.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of really neat stuff. So we've spent every day we've been busy. We have not had a day that we're just sitting around saying, let's twiddle our thumbs or stick it up our butt and spin around like a top. I don't know, but we haven't had any of that time. You didn't have any time to do that, did you? Oh, well, maybe you did and I didn't see it. She looked at me like she's surprised. I thought maybe she did.
I know. It's like, I don't know. We got a lot of stuff to do yet.
Yeah, we still got a lot of stuff to do. And then we still got stuff when we she's already got a couple appointments already with people that we have to meet with. So yes, it's going to be and as I said, normally we don't get it.
I'm hoping that we get all this done. So when rally time comes and all you guys are here, we can just kind of relax and visit with you guys.
Well, we're going to hopefully do things like what we're looking at now is the first Monday, well, the only Monday of the rally is going to be our Bob and Tam's meetup. And it's going to be over at Kathmandu. We'll probably do kind of mid-morning to maybe like 1 o'clock or something. Maybe we'll do a ride afterwards. There's not a whole lot of stuff's going on Monday. So anybody that's there. Sunday afternoon, the Buffalo Chip is having their meet and greet for all the YouTubers. They're doing it different this year. They're going to have it out back by Camp Zero, which is where the flea market's going to be. And back there's a big barn. They've done a bunch of new work to it. They put a balcony in it and a whole bunch of stuff. We haven't got to see it yet. But that's where they're going to have the meet and greet to meet all the other YouTubers. Adam Sandoval and her Two Wheels was there. That Vicky, whatever her channel was called.
Her Two Wheels?
No, that Vicky girl.
Oh, I would think so.
Yeah, she was there. A lot of other YouTubers were there too. There was also a vlogger that was there, which I didn't know who they were. So there was 10, 15, 20 YouTubers. So it'd be a really good way if you're here on that first weekend, you want to meet people. It's like Adam Sandoval, if you're a fan of his, he's hard to run into. Because he always has stuff that Wild Tiger makes him do. He's coming in with that group of people on the day. I think Friday, he's coming in with his group from doing his route of the United States again that he's out. I think he started it this weekend, I think. And so he'll be coming in and he'll be there for that Sunday too for that. So it'll be kind of neat. And it'd be just a good chance you can meet a lot of other YouTubers that I think it's neat. Yeah, I think it's neat because it's hard. We're pretty easy to track down, but on some of these other YouTubers, they've got their own thing they're doing. My monkey, I don't know if he's going to come this year or not. He had last year. I have to look and see what Sunday is at the Iron Horse if they're having their chopper show. I know he's bringing his chopper out again. This year we didn't bring our chopper. We'll have it next year. I'm going to get mine all done and fixed up and ready to go, and hoping to bring it to Daytona next year. Which we'll know a little bit more about Daytona in a couple weeks if that'll be it's etched in stone. We've got a couple of our sponsors. Looks like they're going to be coming through. We're working on a place to stay, and then I've got to get a hold of Teddy to see if he'll give us the motorcycle. So we get all that done, then we'll be in Daytona for sure for the spring rally. Fall, they all fell through on that deal, and I don't think we're showing up for the fall. They acted like they begged me for 2 years, acting like they wanted to come. Then we said,
whatever
we need.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, and we're like, we weren't looking for much. We were looking for a place to stay and a bike to ride. Maybe we could be one of the other sponsors to help pay for the airlines to get us back and forth. And they're like, we'll get back with you. Never heard from them. And I'm not going to go with one of these deals where they call me up in September and say, okay, you can come. No, we ain't doing that. He's all red, white, and blue.
Yeah, he is. He's got a red mustache and a blue beard and white face. So now I remember my bike since we've been here in Sturgis. I've been too sick.
So it's under the cover. It's outside.
I'm really tired. I'm okay when I first get up. Well, it takes me to get going. And then we go. And then after a couple hours, I'm like...
I'm not thinking she's probably not going to ride till she gets here. She wants to do some spearfish riding. Other than that, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe waiting, see if that swamp meet down there, if they'll have any bags for your bike.
Oh.
Never know.
One?
The one that's going to open up down there at Camp Easy. Camp Zero. And
I've been on 2 rounds of antibiotics, 2 sets of steroids. They don't know what's wrong. They did chest x-ray. They did, because my throat's been sore too, so I thought I might have had strep. donut strip. I don't know what I got.
Well,
Yep.
they're writing it off for right now. The pollen is just crazier. It's like a dust. You can actually take your finger and it's yellow. Everything is covered in it. Today's not so bad.
When you stop to ride your bike and get off and go in and do something and come back out, you can wipe. It's thick.
Yeah.
It's all yellow.
It's on the sidewalks. Can't see any here. They must have swept the sidewalk. But maybe today it's not so bad. I don't know because it blew so hard last night. Maybe it blew it around. But we're not even seeing the little seeds with the looks like snow. And those have been flying around. I haven't seen it today.
Horrible.
Yeah.
It looked like it was snowing. So Chip said his favorite ride is Fish Canyon.
Now, see, they say that's the #1 ride here, and I'm gonna argue and say that it's not the #1 ride. You know what I'll say the #1 ride is?
I don't know.
Nope. Deadwood. I bet more people ride to Deadwood on their motorcycles than any other road.
That doesn't mean it's their favorite ride.
Well, they were saying in the newspaper, this article was trying to say it was a favorite and was the most. Everybody has to go down Spearfish. And during the rally, it sucks. You really can't get any good riding on it. Yesterday, we had a couple cars that wouldn't get out of the way, and a motorcycle that wouldn't get out of the way. When you're out with a 1% group, you really want to pull over when you see them come because they will run you in the ditch.
I was wondering what they were going to do to that one guy because they were kind of blocking traffic.
Yeah, we don't know. We
and
just kept over.
Went around the guy that was blocking traffic. Ooh, and that guy was not very happy that he went around him. So, but anyway, we ended up passing that guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they caught up to him or not. Yeah, so I tried all that. Cottonwood, they said, is what's out here. I think they said it was pine.
Yeah, they said the pine needles they're supposed to be doing something. So I don't know. It's because there's more pine trees here than anything else. When we're going to talk about the pine trees. There's a bunch of them that got damaged. And we're going to talk about that in a video.
Tell you why.
And we're not telling you tonight. And we thought it was the Beatles, but it's not the Beatles. The Beatles aren't playing anymore. They broke up. A couple of them died. The Beatles. They couldn't come and play. A couple of them died.
I think no.
I said the Beatles. They couldn't be.
Ringo.
We didn't have trouble with Beatles because they couldn't come and play. You don't get it. Woo!
No, I don't get it. It just don't make no sense.
The Beatles. Like I said, the Beatles didn't damage the trees because the Beatles don't play anymore because they broke up and one of them died.
No, there's only one left. Ringo's the only one.
The rest of them died. I told you they died. Oh, Paul McCartney's still alive.
Get a mask and a scarf. I know. I do have one because I need to start doing that again because my lips have been burning really bad too.
You got one about special. You got another one hanging in the trailer there on a hook. He's still in the package.
I need to.
Better could just wear your helmet, full face helmet.
I need to definitely do that. But some of
today we didn't ride at all. We got the truck.
We're in the truck and half the time we're in the bike. So
she was doing pretty good. And we went on that day all day on that ride. The subscriber in Rapid City took us out. So then the next day she was kind of bad. So then we went riding with the 1% group yesterday. And so here she is today. So she probably really needs to go a couple of days without riding. So or she needs to put her helmet on. Well, tomorrow if it's cool like that, we may take the helmets and wear them and see what happens. The bison should still be all out running around if it's cool. Probably be moving around a lot more.
I texted you a pic of the box of Bluetooth came in. Okay. I took a picture of what you sent him. He didn't see it, so thanks, Jeffrey Pope. I got answer. What are you going to do for a month and a half until Sturgis?
You haven't been listening. We have a lot of. Plus, as things get going, you're going to see. They put the banners up this week, so they're already put some of the banners up. Now the first one here is not done, but 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 4 banners are already up down here. This one's not up. This one down here is they got the Camaro rally is supposed to be coming. When I asked about it, they're like, I thought maybe it was this weekend. They're like, oh, I think maybe nobody seems to know what the hell's going on.
It's the 19th.
Is that what they said?
So it must be this week coming up because I think that's what it said at the chamber.
Oh no. Chamber of Office, they completely remodeled it.
It's totally different.
I don't like it, but maybe after it gets done, it'll look better.
So Greg said his favorite ride is Hill City on the old railroad road.
Yeah, that's a fun one. It's just not. I like some hills. That one I've had it to where the people coming out the driveways have drove Chad out, and one of them's right there on the curve. It's like when you come from Hill City, I guess from that side, that first curve there on the right, there must be a lot of people coming out of that driveway. There's a lot of Chad out there, and the only time I ever dumped my bike, other than just not parking it right, but was I came around. I had my 750 Honda, I came around a corner that had chat in it, and she slid in chat too.
What we did when you had your first fight, when we were up there at that army base, and we came around the corner, and you slid in that chat, and we went up against that rock wall. That was the chat. Didn't really drop it. It kind of went down in a little. It was just him and me trying to get the bike out of that.
We did.
We did.
Ben's a crash bar. In a rock.
It went around the corner.
So I have a lot of
things.
Oh, it's all what you wanted to do tonight. Something else we're planning on doing. Lights, camera.
Oh, yeah. That was my plan for tonight. Because he said, I'm not going to do a live. It's a Father's Day weekend. I said, okay. So I wanted to go to Mount Rushmore.
She planned my whole day out.
Just the evening. We're going to go to Keystone and eat dinner. So that's.
And I said, where are you going to eat at Keystone? She goes, I don't know.
I'm sure they got a restaurant open. Then go, I want to see the movie. Rob told us about the movie that's downstairs.
In the museum downstairs.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never seen a movie.
We've never gone down there.
No, I don't know. So anyway, I want to see the movie. They said it gives you a lot of background, a lot of history. They said you won't believe
how patriotic
America used to be compared to what it is today. And then they did the lighting, and they do that every night. Ow! And they just said it almost brings you to tears. And they do the big lighting, and they light up Mount Rushmore. So I thought we could do that tonight. Well, then I'm going by myself.
You don't walk. You go to the hitchhike. Oh, I got one truck.
I got a bike, Tony.
You would never make it there and back.
You don't think?
Not in the dark.
You want to watch me?
Yeah.
Right.
Into the Tam and Bob and Tam show. It should be the Bob show. Should be on the side of the road someplace.
Next year, the Red Knights Western Rally in Deadwood, the third week in June. It's the Red Knights.
Yeah, I'll do another Coke. You have more water?
Oh, she's got the water with her.
Oh, no, I'll get
Okay.
So I'll keep our drinks filled. And I wasn't planning on being on too awful long tonight because we just didn't know what the temperature was going to be and things like that. But yesterday, we left here yesterday and it was like 86 degrees. The coldest it was going back last night. We left here about 10:30, 11 o'clock. 86 still here. A couple of low places, we got down to 69. So it was quite a big, almost a 20-degree drop.
So cool and a few bucks.
Yes, it was. And we didn't bring any jackets. So she had her breathable jacket, and I grabbed an extra long sleeve shirt. She said, "You sure you want to put that?" When we left, she said, "Sure you want to put that on?" I said, "There's going to be a few cool spots." If I didn't, I would have been real happy. I didn't have
because leaving here, I wasn't even going to put my jacket on. But I mean, it's the breathable one, so the air goes right through it anyway. But so I don't know what the Red Knights Western Rally is in Deadwood on the.
There's a whole bunch. There's another rally. There's another rodeo that's going on someplace else. That was this weekend too. Like all these little towns got something going on. They were just advertised. I don't know if it was Belfouche that had the rally on this weekend. They were having fireworks and everything this weekend. So they had a lot of things going on too.
Yeah, find a place for the 5th of July.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. And what was the town that was asking for money? The dude there that was on TV the other day, and they said they were asking for money for the help pay. Was it Custer? I don't know. Somebody was talking about it. Last year we went to Doug's house, the guy that runs the basement out. Great place to stay if you're looking for a place. And we sat on his porch and watched it. And the night before we went to, was it the city put those on? Was it the golf course?
The golf course
had fireworks out in Rapids. But it was okay. So we actually had 2 nights. But over there where Doug lives at, it's over by the racetrack out there in Rapid City. And it's like a competition. All the neighbors, and they spend big money. They spend thousands of dollars. And it was pretty nice, but I had the COVID or whatever the hell I had last time. I was sick during that too.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So last year, I don't know where we watched fireworks at.
In Millstadt.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we went to the 120th last year. So we'll be doing that this year. And so I don't know how Laconia did. I asked a bunch of the vendors on their Facebook page how they did. Nobody's commented back. So I'm assuming it probably wasn't that good. I don't know if anyone's been watching Adam Soil or not. I know he kind of did a video when he first started. I only seen the first one where he said, hopefully we get a good business this year because we may not come back next year. And it's just another one of those. To me, it's a long way to go. For us, we don't have the coverage, and it's not like when we're in Florida. When we're doing 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views, a couple of our videos got up to about 11,000 views, which isn't bad for going to a rally. But if you go to a rally and it's only 4,000 or 5,000 views as you got through the whole rally, it doesn't do much for you. Now in Adam's case, he's getting paid for his job that he does, so it's kind of YouTube is kind of a sideline for him to give him a little extra money. So which is fine. So it's different from what we do, because that's where we're at this point. If we don't get sponsors for next year, we won't be at any of the East Coast rallies. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, we've got about 4 or 5. We've got a couple big ones that may come through that would pay for the whole year. We may even make it to other rallies if they say, hey, we want you to go to Laconia next year. Well, if they're going to pay to fly us there and put us up and get us a bike, I'm okay with that too. We would do that. But the bad thing is most of them wouldn't want us there early like we do now. Now here we're going to be. We'll still be here early like we always have. I love coming to Sturgis. Like I say, if it didn't snow here, I'd be here year round. Great place, great people. It's just different here. It is more relaxed. People a little more. Everybody's friendly. You don't get too many butthole people here. Oh, you might have said something.
No, I just saw a bird fly through.
Dive bomber. 74. Got pretty many on. Main Street, Sturgis.
We're here.
One Eye Jack's behind us. They opened end of May.
There, B Square.
Yeah, steak tips. We had them last night. So we're not going to do them again tonight. Prices haven't gone up too awful much. The steak tips wasn't bad. It was $15 for the little.
They called it chips and chips.
Yeah, and so we had tater tots, and they had, I don't know, there's probably 8 or 10 of them in there. There's quite a few. All you can eat.
Yeah, last year was 38 or 28, so it went up $10.
But I mean, things are more expensive, and so you expect that. So we're going to kind of see how, they all have the rally menus. So you get here early. That's the other thing. You wonder why we're here so early, is you still get
a full menu.
You get a full menu of all kinds, not that little piece of paper.
That's got 5 things on it.
Yeah, that's it. Hamburger. Well, they have beef tips there, and then they have chicken tenders. That's about it. I don't know if they have anything else or not. That's really the 3 main things they have on it. That's pretty much everybody up and down the street. Over here, they've got a big menu now. I seen it online. I took pictures of it, I think. And I didn't go over there and try anything yet. But they've got a new menu. And right now, it's not bad. Most of the meals I've seen were between $13 and $16. So that's not too awful bad. We didn't go to we went through the Knuckle. We're supposed to talk with him on Friday. See, people wonder, what the hell are you doing all the time? We're going to be with one of the owners of the new Knuckle, Suck Bang Blow. We've already looked through it. It is not going to probably be like the Suck Bang Blow in Myrtle Beach. We'll just leave it at that. But we'll get more information from him. He said Friday he'd have some time.
I sent you?
I don't know what was the picture of.
The cup.
Oh, no, I didn't put nothing up. And so I didn't put that video up at all. So I haven't even shown that video of the Knuckle.
Oh, all right.
Because I was saying, once he said he'd be available Friday, I figured, let's put it all at one time.
Phone right now, so I don't forget.
And so we got to get a hold of him and through Messenger and see if he'll sit down and talk to us and tell us what his intentions are. They said the Knuckle side, where the food and all that is going to stay the same. Underneath, they're calling it now the Knuckle Roadhouse, where it used to be where the fighting and the bands and stuff were at. Knuckle Garage. We are tracking down the Monkey Garage. And the Monkey Garage? Gas Monkey Garage. That's what it is. Not the monkey from down south. Gas Monkey. He hadn't done a whole lot of nothing yet. He's taken over the old pizza / oyster bar there across from Harley. I don't think he's got the garage. I think it's just going to be a bar and a place to eat. They're gutting it inside. So he's not there. We kind of look at it. His Facebook page said he was supposed to be in town. We went there by there 3 times and then he ain't nowhere to be found. So it's just a bunch of guys working. So no update on the Gas Monkey Garage, but it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a garage. I don't think he bought the place next door too.
I think it's going to be like a bar.
That's why I said bar and a restaurant.
Do you have books?
Dixon's is already open. Yep. They opened up over Memorial Day weekend too. We'll be talking with the owner soon. He's not here yet.
Not yet.
And he'll be coming in, and none of the new Sturgis stuff is here. They still have leftover stuff if you're in town, but they will not debut the new stuff till probably opening day of Sturgis.
So Chip wanted to know if we did the 385, what part was closed?
No, but I got a map. It's mainly up by Custer. So if you're going from, pretty much I think from Rapid City, we were on a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
Because it was the first day we rode on it.
When
It was 11 miles from, I don't remember where we got off on.
we were in Hill City, we went to eat that ice cream, and then we got on the back road and went down Sheridan Road, down the 385, and it said 11 miles
It's where it
from
did.
this point.
So I got a booklet, but we haven't had, if it rains tomorrow or rains this week, we'll take the truck out. Because you can still drive a vehicle on the rocks. But we're just going to show you where that actually stops.
It starts.
Yeah. So that way you know, but I'm pretty sure, I do see a lot of, like when you're over at Keystone, there's some signs that say 385 detour. When we came out of Keystone, I seen that sign a couple of times places. So we will get to that. But I wanted to kind of wait as long as possible because they could still be digging. They could be still tearing that road up. You know, they might tear another 10 miles up before you guys get here. So we want to make sure we get as accurate as we can to give you the information on 385. But I do have a brochure on it. I didn't even read it yet. I picked it up. It was like everything you need to know about the 385. I don't know what the hell I picked. Oh, Chamber of Commerce, I think I picked it up there. Best place to stop. If you're coming to Sturgis, number one stop, if it's during the day, is the Sturgis Chamber of Commerce over there in Junction.
Monday through Friday.
Well, they'll probably open on Saturday once the rally gets here. But it's full of all kinds of literature. It's got all the different maps. There's 3 different maps for rides to go there. They got all the stuff on the bands and stuff that's going on. They've got a really good selection. Oh, I didn't tell you. On their Facebook page the other day, they did a profile on us.
Did they really? How about that?
I was going to show you and I forgot about it. You must have been laying down or something when I seen it come up. And I've been looking at it now because we missed it. A couple things have been going on. The Sturgis Hotel had an opening day, and
Grand opening?
and I'm like, not grand opening, just a season. I don't know. That's the guy who owns a hotel. Also owns it.
They were going to do a ribbon cutting and everything.
No, not there. It was just like something special. It wasn't ribbon cutting.
I thought you said a ribbon
cutting. It was some. I don't know. It was like, let's go meet it there. So that's going to be. We'll get with him when we get to Sturgis. We've got a lot of things we're going to get to when we get here. We're going to try to show you some things that, like I said, we're not doing Top of Tuesday this year. I got somebody else going out there to cover that again. It's just
get into the breakfast inductee, which we didn't think we were going to. Thank you, Marilyn.
They first told me, they blew me off, and I'm like, look,
a different way this year.
Well, they what ends up happening with a lot of this stuff, and we talk about it all the time. No matter what anybody says, we were really the original people to come out and do videos during the rally every day, putting videos out with information about the rally. You know, some people put stuff out before, which I don't know if Professional Monkey, before we got involved, 4 years before we did, I have to go back and visit. If he actually talked about Sturgis and stuff before, you know, I don't know. He only had a year before we started. And some of these other YouTubers, I know they really didn't do intros like what we do. And so, like I said, I don't go back. But I know during the rally, we were the first ones. And we've seen it this year. You know, when we were at Sons of Speeds. For 3 years, I was the only guy in the pits filming for a YouTube channel. Now there's like a dozen guys down there. Nothing wrong with it. Monkey was down there, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's kind of like we started some of this, and it happened. Meekum Auction, same thing. We were the first YouTuber there for 3 years. We didn't see anybody. Now this year, a whole bunch of Cycle Drag and a whole bunch of other guys are down there filming, and that's okay. And I don't have a problem with that because the more people go, the more it makes it popular. But now when you get to Sturgis now, you get, in Daytona, we're starting to see, and some of the other motorcycle rallies, Daytona probably just, and Sturgis, that we get a lot of these guys come up that I click on their station, or I mean their channel. One guy does boats, talks about boats. And so he did the rally. Well, dude, that's why you only had 400 people watch your video, because you don't have, you're not a niche. Your niche is boats, or it's cabinet building. It's whatever it is. It's not motorcycles. And so our niche is motorcycles. Monkey's is motorcycle. There's a lot of people that are motorcycle drag. He's motorcycles. But I mean, you look at Adam Sandoval, he's a little bit of everything. You know, he's at side-by-sides. He's at Indians, which is still motorcycles. But
David Eastwood asked if I got his text the other night. And I said, no, I didn't give it. I didn't get your text. It didn't come through.
Could have been we were in a bad location and it dropped out. I don't know. But got good now. If you want to resend it, it'd be a good time to send it. So no more motorcycles. We had a couple motorcycles go by a while ago, but it's Sunday night. But it's really weird last night. We went home. Like I said, we didn't get out of here until after 10. Here comes the motorcycle.
Slow moving one.
Doesn't sound bad. He's all dressed up in leathers. But last night when we left here about 10:30 or whatever it was, 11, we didn't pass a motorcycle all the way back to Rapid City. We were the only fools that were still out. So, but normally during the day, you see a bunch. Even today, as cold as it was, cool as it was, there was a lot of bikes. We've seen one girl a while ago. That one we got on the 90. She was in shorts, no helmets, 70 degrees. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff going on. So we all have a full time. I should print it up because most of the videos that we're talking about now, I'm not really worried about. I don't think anybody's going to get to the Badlands before I get this done this week. Because if it rains, I'll get a lot of videos done. I got the one done today for tomorrow already, so I need to get ahead. If we put it in ahead, you'll see them being previewed. So we're trying to get some good stuff out for you guys. So where if you're coming, you can already make all your plans for this year before you get here. You still watch us when we get here. But
just hit 100.
There you go.
100 people on.
Right here on Main Street in Sturgis. We are the first official YouTuber that's here in Sturgis. Remember, we're the ones going to give you all the information.
It's going to be here through the rally. There might be some passing through.
But not staying here. And that's what we're dedicated to what we do. We want to make sure we give you the best information as much as possible. I mean, there's so many places to go. And it's also hard. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of people. It's like the Iron Horse. They're open over there, but there ain't nobody there to talk to. They got a girl or so and a guy cooking, and that's it. Some of these places don't have. For instance, here she did get to talk to one of the owners here at Loud American, but they're really not here either. They pretty much put managers in and let them go.
But I didn't really get to talk to him. He said he talked to me, but he was on his way to a meeting. He had to run.
Yeah.
And then I never saw him again.
Yeah. And so we think we seen him last night, but he was on the run out the door too. So it is what it is.
I saw that.
So
was that your son?
What?
David Eastwood. He said he sent it when he was up in Montana that his son got married this weekend. And I said, I saw the pictures on Facebook. That was pretty cool. They had a really cool wedding.
Just got married in Sturgis.
I don't know. Wherever they got married, it was beautiful.
Down here, but see, there's a bunch of things we're doing. We're going to go to the Devil's swim pool, whatever it is, Devil's Pond, Devil's Bathtub. That's it. We're going there in a couple weeks. We're also going to go to Hippie. It's not Hippie Hollow. It's Hippie Hole. Hippie Hole. We're going to get up there on some 4-wheelers. Going to go up there. Probably could take the truck. We're going to probably get from. I
got to get our walking legs on.
Yeah, it's a long walk. She may be sitting in the car waiting for me to get back. I think that's pretty cool. But I mean, there's some things we want to show you that maybe you've never seen. Maybe you won't make it there, but maybe you can see it and say, hey, maybe one of my trips I want to do it. Same thing I have. Those are some things we put on our book, on our checklist, our bucket list that we've been wanting to do. And even all the times we've been here, we still haven't got all that done yet. So this year we're going to try to do the very, very best to try to hit as much of the great places. Now, some of it are places we have already gone, like the bars. Like she said, we went to Lewis's yesterday, but I mean, I don't think they had that back room open. I mean, it looks, when you first walk in the bar, it looks a lot like it's clean. I think they painted too. It looks pretty much like it did, but the outside looks the same. The porch and everything's the same. And the burgers and stuff are, a lot of the food on the menu is the same thing because they got a lot of it from the previous owner. He just retired. He was just too old, tired of doing it. And this is a young guy. You're going to get to meet him. We got an interview with him yesterday. He was really excited and seemed like a really nice guy. And he was just so overwhelmed that we talked to him. He couldn't hardly talk because he was so excited. And so that was kind of neat. I like to be the first to try to approach a lot of these people. And we should get the police and the sheriff. We should get a hold of him. I've already been talking to the chief. He tells me all kinds of stuff. I got a lot more stuff I know than I did yesterday. And Chief Craig got
off the record.
Yeah, we'll be telling you about it. There's a lot of political stuff going on in town here that really doesn't pertain. You don't live here. It doesn't really matter. You're here for a week or two, and you're gone. You're never going to see what we see and what we have to deal with and what the citizens are dealing with here. But a lot of the city council people, mayor, a lot of people have changed. So a big shakeup here. A lot of people got voted out. New people came in. Typical election. So we'll see what happens. We talked to some people yesterday, and they said you're not going to believe how much better things are going to be. We'll wait and see. You hear that a lot when it comes to politicians. They give a lot of empty promises, kissing babies and stealing your money. So
not a political channel.
Yeah, we don't get into political stuff, and because there's enough dirt going on. Just like the mud. We told everyone we sat down with the Buffalo Chip yesterday. Or the other day, it wasn't yesterday. And I said, you looked at our videos. You didn't see us talk about the mud, did you? He's like, no, you're probably the only one. I said, that's right. Almost every campground, except for about 3, had massive mud issues. They just picked on the Chip because it's the largest. I found out he's got almost 1,000 acres over there. Is the buffalo chip. Pappy Hoyle, I think, is 600. They're the second biggest. So just to kind of give you an idea of how much bigger the buffalo chip is, almost twice the size of anything that's here. So just curiosity. And I just asked him that question because I was like, how many acres you got anyway? He got a lot of acres. It's not even, he's got a whole side that he's looking at maybe in the next year or two making a quiet area. So that'd be kind of neat. I thought he was going to do it this year and too many other things.
Because we asked him just how many campsites he had.
He wouldn't tell us.
So it was a little personal.
It's like asking how much money you got in your pocket. So you can ask me how much money I got in my pocket. You can tell me how many campgrounds you have. How many camping spots. Well, a lot of that you don't want to get out. He's a private guy. And you could probably, if I sent the drone up, I could probably count it and figure out how many people are there. But I mean, it doesn't really matter if there's 1,200 people camping there or if it's 5,000 campsites there. You know, I don't know. Happy Hoyle, you can pretty much figure out. You could do it. You got time. You can go on their website and you can count up all the spots. Like Happy Hoyle, most of them are I think 50 or 75 spots in each one of the areas that they've got blocked off. You got to count all those spots up. Now, Happy Hoyle, Jesse would tell me when we see Jesse here, he'll tell me how many spots he's got. He's not hiding nothing. He likes to brag that I got this many spots. He usually puts in
a couple hundred in every year.
He's got a lot of full hookups still out there. If you're looking for a place with full hookups, Buffalo Chip has no full hookups left. And they only have very few to start with.
Yeah.
Happy Hoyle, about half the campground, I think, is full hookups.
Okay, man, dude, looked like they were putting in some more full hookups with some sewer spots. So they'll have some more because I know they were kind of limited on their full hookups too. They had a lot of electric and water, but not a lot of sewer.
You know what's nice about a new owner, just like at Kathmandu, you're bringing new money in. So when you bring in somebody that's got a little bit of money that they want to invest in it, you start to see new additions. Because a lot of people get to where, you know, it looks good. You come every day to work. It looks fine. We don't need to change anything. But when somebody new comes in, they're like, oh, well, we could put new umbrellas in. We could put new over at the Full Throttle today. I noticed they got a whole bunch of new chairs.
And tables.
Bad news is the chairs they bought like at Home Depot or something. They're wicker. They ain't going to last about a season. But maybe you got a hell of a good deal on them. Maybe you got a surplus of someplace like that. They said $88 on them each, but Michael Ballard's is a real penny pincher.
I bet you didn't pay that.
He probably got them at a wholesale.
Probably got all of them for $88.
I doubt that, but probably not far from that.
So we're riding tonight, or this evening is the truck. We brought the truck out, but if you don't know what we ride, otherwise he's got a 2014 CBO
Limited. CBO.
And I got a 2007 Sportster 1200R.
Yep.
That's what I ride.
So we rode a bunch of different bikes. Well, mainly I started out with Hondas. She didn't start riding bikes till, how old were you?
2000. Oh.
What time? How old you are? Well, what year did you start riding?
49. 2009.
Yeah, so she started riding bikes back then. She decided, she always was a passenger. Never had a thought. She's kind of dyslexic. She has trouble with too many buttons and stuff. So we figured she wouldn't be able to, well, she went through an Underwriter Edge course, which is, people shouldn't teach your friends or family or spouses or anything, shouldn't teach you anyway. You're better off having a professional, which is the same thing. Most of these are ex-cops, like ones we have in Redlands, or not Redlands, but in Red Rock over in Las Vegas. They have a police officer, an ex-police officer there that trains people. She had a police officer that trained her, both of them. She had the advanced class too. She had over a couple years back. And so she's had that extra training that helps.
I know somebody we met at the Full Throttle, they said, I want to compliment you. You ride really well for just starting to ride a bike. I said, no, I rode before.
She just had a big, long pause. And it's like riding a bicycle. Once you get on a motorcycle, it doesn't take long to get used to riding. How you do. It's like here, every time I come out to Sturgis here, it doesn't take me long of riding on Iron Mountain. Well, yesterday, when we rode with the 1%ers on Von Knocker Road, so I'm not going to say it on the video. What's that? We hit about 95 a couple times, and we were doing about 60 on the curves. And that is the fastest and the funnest I've ever had going up Von Knocker Road in my life. And I told the president of the club, I said, man, I cannot believe how much fun that was. But to have all the bikes together, we had 70 bikes, and having them all together like that, we just got really lucky. And they had, by the time, some of them pulled away because some of these guys can get up to 120 miles an hour on those roads. We got up to about 90 something. That was about as fast as I wanted to go. 60 in the turns was way faster than we should have been going anyway. But it was just, for me, it was nice that I could keep up. Plus, it's two of us. It was two up on the bike. So if I'd have been by myself, I probably would have been a little bit better to stay. I could have probably rode in the front.
Is everybody else in the truck? Is everybody on their own bike?
No, there was another 1 or 2 people that had 2 up, but most of them were just single bikes.
Riders that
Yeah.
want to try. But thank you, Andrew. And I need to know what time the fish fry is on Friday, because we wanted to do the opening thing at the full throttle at Buffalo Chip, but I didn't know what time. When I went to put that in, I saw you had your fish fry down, so I wasn't sure what time that was. So let us know.
I don't know if you're having a lunchtime one or if it's dinner time. Dinner time, we won't be able to make it. Lunchtime, we could do.
It's on me. Thank you. He gave us $20.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It all helps. And but yeah, we have a lot of fun here. Like I say, probably if we fly out and do some of our rallies next year flying, we may even get here earlier than this. Only thing that scares me here is the hail. We've had a lot of hail here over the last few years, and I always worry about it. Now, all of our life we've been here, we have had hail, but we've never had anything damaged in Sturgis. Our hail damage got in Florida. So
There it goes. Now we're back.
So I don't know what happened there, but they should have plenty of power. So not sure what happened there. So we're back. We didn't go very far, but I mean, it just died. Must have been a bird flew over. I don't know what happened. We had really good service. We're going off of our own. I'm not logged into anybody. Right, but we lost you. Yep, but we're back. Ryder X is on. Was he on earlier? And see, you can even come out early. You don't have to necessarily come during the bike week. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of great riding to do. Just looking at the clouds and stuff.
We're back, yeah.
I was at home all of a sudden, back in the trailer. It's been sucking. It's taken me all night to upload videos. And today the video was done before we stopped someplace. Oh, before we stopped in 8. I looked at it and said it was finished. So for tomorrow. So we'll be previewing that soon. I'm going to let them they said they can make you an AI thumbnail, and I want to see what it looks like before I put mine on. But once you finalize it, you can't go back and do that. So right now it's still in the first stage. So it just says a draft. It's drafty.
Yeah, it messed up our camper, and we were in Wyoming. There you go. I know we were in Florida and Orlando.
And a part of the trailer I haven't claimed yet because I just want to, the truck I wanted to get fixed. And I got it fixed last year when we came out here because I figured here they get so much hail damage. The guy did an excellent job. It's dentless. There was over 300 dents in the hood. The only thing I didn't have is the roof. I just said, forget my deductible. There's only like 3 dents on the roof. And for $500, I just didn't want him to pull the headliner and all that down. If you ever had an older car and the headliner falls down, I just didn't want any issues with that down the road. The headliner's up there really good. Don't need it moved around anymore. It needs to be moved around.
Did you ever get your new truck, Lynn? I was just thinking about that.
Was he getting a new truck?
Well, he was the one last year that kept saying it was, I don't know, it was either coming to Sturgis or get a new truck, or I don't know. He was trying to talk his wife into it. That was last year. I don't know, that just popped into my mind.
I got some new statues in town. One is, it was frogs. I was going to say it was a bunch of monkeys, but it was some frogs, wasn't it? Statue of the frog, and had a couple little frogs underneath. It was a statue. It wasn't a brass one. But they have, was it a dog?
No, it's like a lion or a...
2 cubs or something?
Yeah, a lion and 2 cubs or a...
But it's more like a bronze statue, not like... Because some of them are made out of metal. Like the one over here is like a horse.
I've been somewhere else before. It used to be in front of the hotel down there.
Oh. And so they've got like 4 or 5 new statues. And so we have to get a list so we know which ones those are. We'll show you what it is.
Get everyone back by 5 for fish fry. That's if it doesn't work. Most certainly we will try and meet you guys somewhere and buy you lunch. Oh, well, thank you, Andrew. But yeah, I had it in my phone and I knew we were going to come. At that time, we didn't have any.
Well, we thought it was going to be earlier because that's when last year they had the meet and greet on Friday. And so we thought they were going to do it the same day, and they didn't. So that's why we thought we'd have that afternoon open. And so we're not. So we usually like to be there for the Buffalo Chip. Has some fun stuff. Usually happens on that first Friday. The Badgers are there. That's another one that's going to be there on the meet and greet day. The Badgers, I forgot about them. And we always kind of support them. They've been good friends of ours, and YouTubers that kind of start. We all started kind of at the same time, and great people. And so we always like to see them.
Good things for people. They
do. They have a lot of bikes that go down, and some people have trouble. They're raising money and stuff. They're going to come on our channel maybe next weekend. They were going to come on yesterday. We were going to do it live yesterday, and I just didn't feel like really. Well, we had to way too much stuff to do yesterday. It just would have been a mess trying to calculate that. Well, we never could have done it. There would have been nowhere to do it.
And we did a lot yesterday.
Yeah,
One day.
So we got up about. Well, we did sleep in a little bit. I think it was about 8 when we got up.
Yeah, because we didn't have to be for the run.
We got here by 10:30.
Yeah. So we left probably about 9:30, I guess.
Yeah, so we didn't get back till after 10:30, 11 last night.
And then we did the Jackman Gypsies. We did the hot hunk thing.
That was it.
We did something else.
Well, we went back there for the winning thing, back to the Vets Club. But that was it. That's all we did yesterday.
Okay.
The ride was the longest.
Yeah.
And I really wasn't going to go on the whole ride. I was going to kind of brush it off halfway through, but decided.
They had this cool thing. It was called Bug Darts.
Yeah.
And you bought stickers for $5
each.
And you put them on your bike wherever you wanted to. And whoever got the closest
to a
bug in the exact center of the little orange sticker
won the money.
It was kind of like a 50-50 raffle, kind of like. So that was kind of different. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah. And I'd never seen that before, so that was kind of neat. And so that was one of the things we did. We did get a bug hit one, but was nowhere near the center.
I know, you think all the bugs out here you would get.
I kept getting hit in my hand. I got hit in my head a couple times by bugs.
Somebody asked the guy, "Can I put it on my forehead?"
And I kept getting hit in the head. Should have put it right on the edge of the windshield. That's where almost all your bugs are at.
Yeah, because we've been
getting up 6, 7 on some days.
Yeah, 5:30.
This place we got to be early. Well, we had to be here on that Tuesday. Had to be down here at 7 a.m.
In Rapid.
We're about 45 minutes away from here.
So we had to leave.
So she wanted to do her hair and stuff because she might be on camera.
6:15, we left the trailer to get here by 7.
Oh no.
So yeah, 8 o'clock to sleep in. Well, right now we don't stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning like you do. We should get you together with our grandson. He stays up all night. Yeah. I can't believe you guys are in Sturgis already. Where did the last year go? I know.
Oh, yep. Crazy. Time flies. And just really, I love coming here. And the more I get here, just like here this early, way before the 4th of July this year. So that really makes it nice because you don't have, there is tourists here, but it's not as touristy because we're kind of in between Memorial Day and the 4th of July. So, but I mean, we see some trailers zipping by. Some of the campgrounds here, Days Inn's got a lot of trailers sitting down there. Kickstands has got trailers. Some of the other RV places along the highway here, it's got quite a few trailers sitting. Seat's kind of hard.
I'll be right back.
And take your microphone off so I don't hear you pee.
Yes.
Brakes all up. She's doing the condom thing back there. They're playing with their condoms. What's that song?
Gunka.
What is it? Gunka?
Gunka.
It's not Kunkum.
Gunka.
No, that's not how you.
Gunga.
So they're doing that behind us. So she goes to the bathroom. Hey, now you kick the dog's water. You kick the bucket. She kicked the bucket over here. There's a dog bowl over here. Somebody. That sounds like a personal problem. She says her foot's all wet. So we'll look behind us there. There's One-Eye Jacks behind us. They got their tent and everything all up. That's looking at their place. And we'll look down Main Street. There's Main Street. And then we're in front of Loud American. So you can see all that exciting stuff. Still got beef tips tonight, all you can eat. Many as you can shovel down in one sitting, you can have. So pretty exciting. Let's see, somebody wrote something. Whoops, sneaking away. Conga drums. That's not that song. That's that guy that was the only song he ever wrote. And Conga Man or something, I don't know. Come one, people open up their squeaky wallets. Bob and Tam are already out there giving you us information. We appreciate any $10 isn't going to break the banks. Well, thanks a lot. Sturgis, the Sturgeons are the best. Yep. We're South Dakotians is what it is. But I mean, all of South Dakota. You go out to Walt's Drugs. Oh, anybody looking for a job? Common Sense Gas Station showing you that we're starting to have trouble out here. People finding jobs to work the counter. Wait now, $26.50. They're looking. It's on the front door. I found that out when I was out there at the Harley store. I was talking to that guy, and he was telling me I was just talking about they were having trouble getting some good help for the rally already for the store out in the Badlands. And he said, "Well, have you been down to Common Sense?" And I'm like, "No, we didn't stop there. I already get my diesel. Most of the time I'm stopping at truck stops. So truck stop was a better price. So when I went, he told me and I drove by and I'm like, holy crap, $26.50. But so okay, let's see what else. Virgins equals virgin. Okay, there you sturgeon virgins equals sturgeons. There you go. What are the gas prices out here? For regular, well, let me look. I said we don't buy regular. Let me pull up her phone. See my gas buddy. Gas buddy, gas buddy, gas buddy, and see what time. Whoops, spelled it wrong. My finger didn't hit the right buttons. Wait for it to come up. Okay, fine gas. Actually, here was a little cheaper than. That's diesel. I don't want diesel. Let's go back here. Go back to regular gas. I bought premium, unleaded, 91 octane for $4.04 a gallon for the bike. The regular. So right now in town, $3.59 is the going price. There's another bike. Diesel price back on. His diesel is actually cheaper, $3.49 for diesel in town. So yeah, diesel's about $3.49. The one truck Sinclair out here is $3.34, but I got my trucker's card. We got it for $3.18 in Rapid City. So I haven't checked yet. We're down a quarter of a tank. Let's see what we got here. Fun on Wheels. Howdy, Bob. Just got home from Laconia. So how'd you think Laconia was there, Fun on Wheels? Chip says gas is $3.33 there, so it's about not too bad a difference. Good day, Ryder. He's talking to Ryder X. Rowan is. Oops. Glenn's on. Rode across Kansas last week. Everything had ethanol. Bike ran like crap. That can happen. We didn't ride our bikes at all when we were in Kansas.
And we left them in the trailer.
How long have you been gone from home?
February 9th.
Yeah. So right now the time here is 6:02.
Oh.
Put your microphone back on.
I know.
You just clip it on your coat. You don't have to play with the magnet. You put the magnet on and it clunks. Back to 100. So that's kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what. Let me turn it, get her back in camera here. I'm chopping her off. And so, yeah, pretty exciting. I had to look up your phone to look up Gas Buddy. They wanted to know what prices the gas was. I said, well, I don't use a price. We keep track. But I paid, I think, $4.04. Wasn't it $4.04 for the premium 91 ethanol free?
Yeah,
yesterday.
So, yeah, for the bike.
I don't mind paying extra for the motorcycle. You know, it's not. It's a toy. That's like when I rode that bike the other day. That new Road Glide got 43 freaking miles to the gallon, and I didn't dog it, but I mean I ran it. I wound it out some, and but I would have never thought I got that. Heck, I don't know if I don't think my bike even gets 30 miles a gallon. So that's pretty nice. I would not looking to buy a bike. Harley wants to give me one. Wouldn't mind taking one of those new Road Glides with a tour pack on the back. So if they want to work me a deal,
maybe you could take one across the country and then they can, it's a used bike, then they'll have to sell to you for a reasonable amount.
That's right. Should do. I ought to get a deal like they got over there at Eagle Rider.
Yeah.
I'll take that deal.
Put 12,000 miles on it and you give me back what I paid for it.
Yeah. I'll do that. They do that every year for me. I'd be all right with it. Take a 1 year note on it that I don't pay any money on it until I sell until the end of the year. Get their money and pay a little bit of interest for using the bike for the year.
Yep.
That'd be a great deal. I can handle that.
My director's still talking to Rowan.
Rowan, there will be a video out soon on Laconia. Let's just say it wasn't what I thought. Some good, some bad. Let's see, is this your first time Fun on Wheels to go to Laconia? Just like I did. We went to Laconia on the 99th. And I think ever since the 99th, it has died down. And I'm really glad I didn't go to the 100th. It sucked. I could just see from the videos, it sucked. Laconia is downtown on Weir Beach. It's all freaking t-shirt places. And I think the same guy owns them all because they got the same crap in every one of them. And they got a couple bars. They got really one bar. That's where all the girls are right down there at the end of the street. And that's kind of a cool bar. I mean, other than
I
that,
was
there's
getting
really
bored.
nothing there. You know, Speeds is up on the hill behind them. On the left side there, the vendors, I don't know if there really was any kind of decent vendors there on that left side of the road. Nobody we really knew. The dealership had vendors. That's where Fair and not Fair and Exchange, but that's where Dan Kite and stuff's up there. And there's a few vendors up there.
Exchange was up there.
Fair and Exchange is up there.
At the dealership.
And I think a couple of them were. I think it might have been. And then so out at the racetrack, to me, the racetrack sucked. It was just, it's only 25 miles, but it's the same thing. It's only 14 miles out to the Full Throttle Saloon. But when you make that last turn on the 79, it feels like it's 100 miles getting out there because there's nothing to see, nothing to do. And like I say, I unless somebody sponsors this, we're never going back to Laconia. I mean, we have other rallies like that.
So Redirect said, you must not watch the whole video because he said he saw your video with the road guide and the street guide comparison. He has a question. All things being considered, measuring the same, meaning the same shocks, bars, etc., which one would you prefer?
You didn't watch the video, did you?
Because he tells you at the end. Skippy Jones is on.
And the bars are not the same.
He's saying if the bars were the same.
Well, the bars aren't the same.
No.
But the bikes both being stock, one for me was 100 times better than the other one. I really didn't say 100 times. It was just definitely, I was more comfortable in the turns on one bike versus the other bike. But I kind of explained maybe why that is at the end of the video. So it wasn't that long a video. So you can go back and watch the end, please.
But on Wheel says our opinions are very similar.
There you go. They probably won't be going back either. But yeah,
Jimmy Jones told you the answer.
I'm glad we went to Laconia. You know, there's some nice scenic riding. But people told us it was going to be like riding in Daytona. I mean, it was like riding in Daytona, but it was like riding in Sturgis, and it was like midnight and sun, afternoon, noon. There was no comparison at all. Apples and oranges, or whatever you want to say. There was no comparison. Plus, you got to pay to ride up a stupid ass mountain. No, thanks. I ain't giving you no money. I can go up to Big Bear.
We excited to go up it
until I found out they charge. Keep paying to go. What's up there? To look. I can go up to Big Bear out in California, and it is 1,000 feet higher for free, and it's a hell of a fun ride going up and down. So yeah, I've rode over many mountains that I didn't have to pay for. But when you turn it into a tourist trap, then you know there's gonna be tons of cars and kids and all that. I don't need that on my bike.
So Andrew, we did not get to go on the 385 yet, but there'll be a video coming out soon on that, or maybe next week's live. We'll be able to tell you what's going on the 385. Danny's on. Hey, Danny. Everybody, we said hi over there in your neck of the woods.
So we went out to Full Throttle again. I got some more updates on my Full Throttle video. We actually measured about how long the new top's going to be. We found out a little bit more on the bridges. What else did I find? Oh, we took you inside the museum, and because the workers weren't there today, so I could sneak in there and look around. And we also got one of the employees to talk to us.
Do you know what he wants?
So Michael's usually valid. He doesn't want to go on camera because he wants his own TV channel, but he's always been pretty good about letting the employees talk to us, which doesn't make any sense, but I guess he only wants his face on his own channel, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's a nice guy. Some people don't like him.
He talks to us off camera.
Yeah.
He just doesn't talk to us on camera.
But so that's fine. So
I guess he still says the road glide. Because he said even if the bars and the shocks and everything were still exactly the same, which one would you prefer?
don't know. Because it wouldn't, you can't, I think the road glide, because I was sitting back and it just felt, at first, that was the first thing I thought. When I got on the street glide, it felt like my knees were up around my chin. And I'm like, something's not right. When we got back, Mike from the dealership, we kind of looked at it and we're like, no, everything's the same. Everything's in the same position. And I thought, well, the only thing can be is the handlebars. By sitting up, I was more comfortable versus leaning over where I'm closer to my knees. So typically it is the same bike. The only thing that's different
per bike. I thought it was 25.
The only thing different is the fairing. Same frame, same, almost everything else is almost exactly the same. So it's really the same bike. But I've never really rode a road glide on twisty roads. Now, some people swear about it. Adam Sandoval talks all about it. Her two wheels. I don't know if she ever had a road glide or not before, but I know she likes the road glides. And so I don't know on a long haul how I would feel about the bike, but definitely in the twisties and stuff. And I did like on both bikes, I did like the performance because it's just like us when we rode this with the 1%ers, trying to get back up from 50, 55 and get up to 75 or 80. I had a downshift. I was wrapping out to about 3,500, almost 4,000 RPMs to get the speed we needed to keep up with them because they were only one up, and so
Got a load on the back.
so with the new bikes with if you leave in sport mode, you don't have to downshift. You just open the throttle up and it's going to go. Not saying you were in sixth gear and you're at a stop sign, but I mean when I went into the turn, instead of downshifting, which I normally do, I downshift and open up. I didn't, and I just opened up and I was like, wow, there's still plenty of gas there, power still in there from it. I get a lot of when I rode the Pan. Yeah, sun's coming out. I'm getting dark. Yep. Man, I had a great tan today.
Oh, I put mine in my pocket. So Fun on Wheels said they even had closed at Mount Washington because they had a 4K run during the bike week.
Really nice of one then.
Oh no, I can't see with my glasses on. Most people swap out bar, shop, seat, etc. Always, and if they were configured the same, which one would you say you liked?
If I bought another bike, I would probably get a road bike. I think that would be my next attempt of bike to get. And really, you can't. Even in this case, where I rode about 50 miles on each one, and some twisties and stuff that I got to ride on, you're still not taking it on the full thing. It's not a 200-mile ride, or it wasn't a 400-mile ride all day to kind of see how I felt in a long ride. But getting back on my bike, I still, like I say, I did 65 miles an hour on these curves out here on Von Knocker Road and a couple other roads, 385, Spearfish Canyon. So those turns. So my bike still does that. So yes, it was very possible that if I changed the handle, but I'm going to put my sunglasses on.
I know.
Can't see me.
They did put some
turn on that side.
There we go.
And then we'll be in the sun a little bit. Stand by for technical difficulties. Oh, I can't get out of the chair. Yeah.
Which side you going on?
Just pick a side. I'm just coming around the side. Person's gonna fall.
You got it stuck. Now you're in the pole.
Yeah.
Where's the pole? Is that
you
the
can't
pole?
see me.
No.
Let's go more that way. Because the umbrella's still covering my face and it's not covering yours. I don't know. Down here like this. Can you see me now? Did it hear me now?
Just turn the neck up. Jeez, now the pole's in the way.
I don't know.
Ow! A little more.
Can't sit back. Gotta sit up.
That's right.
All right.
Yes, they paved some roads at the chip. They're gonna have the ride lead differently than they have been in the past, and so they've got a bunch of new asphalt they put back there by where the museum is, down there in that Deep Lake. Anybody that stayed with us in Deep Lake,
That's
that
all
road coming in,
asphalted.
it's all asphalted, all the way down in front of that bathroom that's on that side, the shower house. That's all paved, and right around the museum there is all paved.
So all the main roads were asphalted last year, if you didn't catch all that. But if you look at like the Progressive 40 and some of that stuff like that, they're not going to asphalt any of that roads because that's a field. It would be way too expensive to have to do that and pour rocks and do all that, and he ain't going to do that. Shouldn't stay there if you don't like that part. You should stay at one of the other locations. Because there's a bunch of great places. We stayed at Blue Sky. That was a great area. We stayed, if you were up there on the top, if you don't mind listening to concerts up there by the barn and all that up there, I think those are all really great places there. You get down in the valley there, you want to stay away from that because of the rain. This is a field. Just like Pappy Hoyle, it was a field. There was mud out there too. Hog Heaven had a lot of mud.
Thank you, Skippy. He says he hopes I feel better. I've had this cough since Daytona.
Well, she's had this issue for about a week.
Yeah, well, no, since we left our daughter's house.
Well, we left last Monday.
Last Sunday, the night. We left the night. So the sore throat and the headache and all that, and my losing my voice has been since the night. And
There you
I've
go.
been on medicine and whatever.
So behind us now is the Loud American. Behind us. I don't know if I like sitting in the sun.
I know. Not going to see you guys.
Maybe we'll go back over here where we were at before.
You feel like messing touches. Yep, it's kind of fun.
Look down Main Street.
Oh, it looks dark over there behind us.
All right, and no, it's a little better. You'll be over here, so you'll be all right. You get over here. Sitting way back. We got our lapel mics on, so hopefully everything's sounding good. There's my glasses. I forgot them. How long have we been on anyway? Hour and a half. What people we got on now? 95. Still got a lot of people on. We appreciate that. On Father's Day. Still kind of dark, but that's okay.
I can't see the screen. You'll have to touch it.
I have to touch it.
And read it.
Put my other glasses on then. Yep. Has Tam turned into a teenage boy because her voice is breaking?
Change it.
Great choice. Probably from where we moved. We moved back now. Like my Rogue King. Then I got the Street Glide. I like it, but I like the Rogue Glide, Skippy says. Daryl is Loud America. It's got all you can eat beef tips tonight. Yes, they do. We've been talking about that.
The price went up?
Yep, they're like $38 for all you can eat. If you eat a lot, it'd be worth it. But I mean, we got the small one, which is called Tips and Chips. I'd say there was an 8 to 10, probably closer to 10.
$15?
And that was the way to go. We don't eat that much. And so we would never, it's like when I get it, I never would have, I eat one order and maybe about 2 more pieces, and that's about all I can eat. And put this up a little more. I don't know if that would help or not. Turn it this way. There you go. See your back there. Looks like you got a mask on. Just sit up some.
I'm comfortable right now.
You're comfortable?
Yes, I am.
What kind of stuff is that? Somebody else wrote. Terry Z. I love your channel, but what's a but?
Uh-oh.
Disagree that Deadwood is the #1 ride. It may be the most popular destination other than
That's
Sturgis,
what I said.
right between. Deadwood and Sturgis is a very fun ride. So my argument about that is, it wasn't until last year that I actually got to ride to Deadwood with nobody in front of me. And I couldn't believe how fun that was. Because actually Spearfish is only good from once you get on the road, once you pass that little checkpoint there's a place you can pull over and see the sign. And then once you get to the lodge, that's really about the end of the real good part of Spearfish. So that's what I consider. After that, it's no different than any other ride that's in the Black Hills. There's some curves and that's about it. So now it is nice. It's a little creeks running along and stuff like that. If you want to stop, which we have, you want to stop and look at the waterfalls and stuff. But to me, if you're stopping at the waterfalls, you're checking the water out, it is no longer a ride. It's a destination.
There you go.
So,
well,
but everybody's got an opinion.
When we got out here, what did we see?
Deers.
No.
Monkeys.
No
fly zone.
No smoking.
Oh, they can't smoke out here.
But there's somebody over there smoking because I can smell it.
What does it say? Pizza Ranch is keeping the prices down for the rally. Yes, they are. Another year, new management. Same management from last year. But yeah, they said the same thing. Everything's staying the same. And I already seen on Facebook, I think I posted it on our Sturgis page and our Bob and Tam page, that everything's going to stay the same. Which is great. Because there's enough places, all these, and I tell people that. People complain all the time, like out at the Full Throttle. Now, they have that one person, other than their taco truck, which Michael puts that out, Ballard, Full Throttle. All the food inside now is put on by one person, one group. And they're all, it's like the $25 hamburger and fries and a drink or something. It's $25 or something, or maybe it's without the drink. I don't know. But, I mean, and then people complain about it. And it's like over here, they charge $8 or $10 for a beer. Well, why are you paying that if you don't like it? If I walked up, I never bought an $8 beer over there. Never bought a $10 beer over there. I wouldn't, even if I was drinking a beer. I mean, if I went over there and they told me that's how expensive it was, or their hamburger and fries over there, I get $25 too last year. I don't know what it'll be this year. I don't eat there.
Well, we figured that out too. If they don't have the prices up ask before you buy, because we went to Vegas. That's mine, I think.
No, it's like soda in
Oh,
here.
all right. Because we went to Vegas and we decided to get us a little frozen drink at, was it, I don't even know.
I don't know.
Was it
One of the
at
places. I
Tuesdays?
think it was
or-
just one of the places we walked by.
Yeah. And it was a little bitty cup. It was probably smaller than this. It was like $25. And I said, I guess we should have asked first.
That's right. You can't complain about it. Yeah, it was high, but I'm not going to whine about it because I didn't ask a price before. But I mean, most of the places here, they'll have their little menus or they got it on a board. They tell you what the price. Over at the Full Throttle, it's on a big board. Tells you the prices. If you don't want to buy that, like one guy said, well, I had to buy it because my buddy is a diabetic and he had to eat. Well, wasn't he a diabetic before you got there? You know, unless you were there all day. But I'm assuming they came out for a
Most
concert.
diabetics that I used to know, I mean, I don't know anybody right offhand now, but they'd always have a snack with them in case their blood sugar got low. Well, now you guys got those little things that you can just zip
The pump.
zap and
You hit the pump.
yeah, no, I need to eat something. It beeps at you if it gets too high or too low, if it's heading that direction.
So, but I mean, that's all I'm saying. You know, like I say, out here at this riding motorcycle place, they got $3 beers. The Vets Club usually, like I said, we haven't heard the price, $3. Uncle Louis usually has $3 beers. I think, like I said, we haven't got all the new prices for this year, but this is last year prices. The Vets Club for mixed drinks for $5, and
You got to buy its lemonade and get a free lemonade.
that's right. So that's going on. He hasn't opened yet. I think he opens first of the month or the last weekend of June or something. I think I've seen him say he opened up. He hasn't reached out to us yet. His dad will reach out soon when they might be busy doing stuff. So a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of places to get good food. I'm not typically one that's. I don't know if we've ever bought any food off the street out here. I'm just not a big.
Johnny's.
Oh yeah.
Well, we didn't buy it either.
Well, but I could have bought there. But I mean, I don't because you don't know what kind of quality of food that is. How long has that stuff been laying there? Has it been there since 9 o'clock this morning when they made it, and it's now 8 o'clock at night?
Or last night when sometimes we go up and down the street late and they've got all this food there and it's like, people's going to be leaving soon. It's midnight. But
Throw aluminum foil over it and warm it up tomorrow morning. It's just rice.
I don't know.
So yeah, so you just got to watch some of that stuff. I don't know.
It
just look really
know.
bad.
Well, I can't see anything. I'm blinded by the lights.
Blinded by the light.
I've talked like a deuce, another runner in the night.
You're talking like a deuce. Nobody else is commenting.
I guess not. So are we done?
I don't know. See how many people we got on. Can't see. I can't see. There's a bike behind us.
Oh.
Turn the wrong way. There it goes. So there's a few motorcycles here. Don't look too bad if it's close. Where are you at?
I'm relaxing in my chair.
What?
I can't see nothing.
Nobody's writing anything anywhere.
Sun is right in my eyes.
On. We're downtown Main Street in Sturgis, South Dakota, that is, because that means you don't think we're over there in Kentucky.
Little Sturgis is going on soon.
Yep, that might be going on next weekend, I think it is. And if you're looking for a place to stay, Camp Easy Rides, a place to check out. They're one of our sponsors. We appreciate them. And we should have done a few plugs for them today. We could have added that to a couple videos.
Yep.
And so another place, and he's got all the tents now at the Buffalo Chip this year. So you can actually, I guess you can actually book it through the Buffalo Chip too. You don't actually have to call Marcus and book through him. So we heard when we were sitting over the other day, somebody was asking questions. Now, seems like some people are being able, like I say, if you're looking to buy a spot from somebody, like let's say somebody at Glencoe or somebody at the Buffalo Chips wants to sell you a spot, you definitely want to call their phone number and see what they tell you. Because there's some places here that do not do exchanges. So what would have to be done is, like, let's say I was staying at the Buffalo Chip and they said they don't do any selling. You know, you can't what do they call that?
Exchange.
Yeah, you can't put somebody else's name on it. You can't resell it. That's it. You can't resell it. So what happens is the only way for you to get them in is I'd have to be there, get the passes, and then give them to you as you drive in, because you have to show your credit card that you bought it with and your email showing you your agreement that you had. That's what they require at the Buffalo Chip on that day. Now, if you we always tell you to talk at the Buffalo Chip. We know to talk to Carol. If you're going to you're going to buy something from somebody else, call and make sure it's going to be a legit thing, because you want to make sure it ends up in your name to where there's not an issue. Or if the guy ends up getting some kind of refund and you're screwed and you get there and you got nothing. Now, the other thing you got to think about is hotels. If you're staying at a hotel, do not book online. You must call, because a lot of these hotels have a group rate, for their hotel websites. And then when it comes to the rally, they charge more money. So let's say you got a great deal for $150. You get here and you're going to have to pay probably double, if not more, to get your room. They're just going to tell you don't like it, go home. We'll rent it to somebody else. So we learned that last year, 2 years ago, I guess, in October. Last October, we were out here and we did the hotel reviews. They all said the same thing. If you're booking for the rally, call. And I say the same thing. Even if I booked through the Buffalo Chip, I would still call a day or two on the website. I would call in a day or two, even though I got an email and everything else. I would still call and say, hey, I just want to check my site. What area am I in again? Just make sure everything is what you agreed on. Because same thing, something could be on there that you don't know. Maybe it says you're in a different area, and that's not what you asked for. That could be any campground. I'm not picking on the Buffalo Chip. I'm just using that as an example to make it easier for you. Nothing worse than we worried about that. We were rented from that guy, Doug, in Rapid City. About the second time we came out with Art. We rented both rooms. We thought about that too. I kept saying all the way there, we only sent the guy half the money. Oh, the rest of the cash when we showed up. And I thought, what happens if we get there, we knock on this guy's door and he says, who are you? Then what the hell do you do? Guess we would have had a tent, probably what we would have ended up doing. But I did a lot of Google search. I looked to see who owned the house and all that stuff. Came up with his name. I found out where he worked, everything else. So I was pretty comfortable. No, I was still worried, but it was pretty comfortable. But we seen that a couple years ago down in Daytona, where people were actually renting houses they didn't own. You showed up and there was no house there to rent. It was like foreclosures and stuff. So always be very leery. There's another question. We got to move it around here and see what the question is, but I can't see nothing.
I can't see anything.
Sun is just awful. Good sun, but Ryder X said, what did Ryder X said? You guys are definitely coming to Ocean City this year. Yes, we are. We already got our airline tickets. So yeah, we're all set up. Emory HVAC's got us all set up. He said everything the same as last year. Hopefully not the Honda though. And so if it was the Honda, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But he said he would go to get us a different bike this time. So that's all set up. We already got our airline tickets. It's already bought. It cost us to show you how good it is to buy tickets ahead. I bought this probably a
month ago.
Yeah. So we were flying from Las Vegas to Ocean City, from Ocean City to Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, from Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue back home. Total price on Southwest. We got reserved seat, or not, we got pre-boarding, all that good stuff for $1,100. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. So
for both of us.
So our sponsor, that was our first sponsor. We have sponsorships that started at $1,000, $1,500, $1,500, and $2,500 that we will promote you. So we put that on there, and he took the first one, and that pretty much paid for that trip out of that money. So that way we don't have a lot. And hopefully Pig Trail Harley, there's some issues going, not with Pig Trail Harley, but with Jeff at the Cat House. He's had some medical issues going on right now. So hopefully that'll all get set up, because if not, I need to book a hotel room for them and try to recoup it when we get there. So those two are already set in stone. So those are definitely, yes, Bikes, Blues, and Bars. But we won't be showing up till
Wednesday before.
Yeah. We get there the Wednesday. It starts Thursday, I think. So Wednesday we're there, and then we'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I guess. More soda than I want to drink. But so yeah. So yes, we will definitely be there. Next year we're still looking to see. We've got it kind of set up that we could do Myrtle Beach, because we have a condo there. We think we can get in there. We'd like to get somebody to help sponsor the airline ticket for Myrtle. Because this year, actually, my best two rallies so far have been Leesburg and Myrtle Beach. Got the best views. Daytona sucked. I can't believe it. It just sucked. Don't know what it was. But I'd like to go one more time at least to Daytona, because I'd like to take my chopper down there. We're going to have it taken down by
Haul Bikes.
Yep, Haul Bikes. And to have them take it down there and drop it off for me and then pick it back up. Because I want to drive it while I'm down there.
Thank you.
Ride it. But I don't plan to ride it too here. So I want to be able to ride it into Willie's Chopper Time show. That's my last thing I want to do in Daytona, if nothing else, is take my bike. The dealership there with the new management and stuff, I don't know where it's going to go to. I'm worried about it from my point of being a YouTuber and things like that. We just got really spoiled by Shelly Rossmeyer. She was so great to us. Same thing I kind of worried about when Sonic here bought Black Hills Harley. But the good thing is almost all the people we've dealt with Black Hills Harley, they all have the same thing. They just said now they just have another phone call to call. If they're going to do something, they got to make one more phone call to corporate, and they pretty much always okay everything that they want to do because they got to get some new picnic tables. So they called them up and said, "Here's what we need. We need some picnic tables. We got it for people to sit in. We need these." And so they're like, "Okay, yeah, okay, we give you our blessing." So that's great. But here with the new management, the guy that's running the dealership seems like a great guy. But after that, he just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see when they call and ask him to borrow a bike if they let us do it, or if they tell us no. And we'll see what happens. We don't always look for a new bike. We just need something with a tour pack and side so we can put all our gear in and for her to ride on the back. But really, I guess I don't really have to worry about Daytona. We should be able to get a bike from the dealership. I mean, from the truck. We should be able to get 2 bikes. Then you'll have your own bike. So that should happen there. So that should work out. I forgot about that. So we should have a bike. And we think we know who we're going to ask in a few days. We're going to ask somebody here about staying with them. And so I'm thinking they will okay it or give us a place to stay. They've been really good in the past for us. So I think if we talk to them, it might work out. So that's that. The sun's getting bright now. The sun's sneaking out around the tree here.
Yep.
What's good? The sun's coming out. Actually, the sky's getting kind of...
Well, none of that.
Well, it depends on which way it's going. Let's see if it's going east. Storms go to the east. Which way is east? Well, the sun's, that's the west.
Yeah.
So it's got to be east that way. So the storms are going away from us. But if you look this way...
Yeah, it's nice and sunny.
On the ground. Look at the sky. Nice and blue. Way over there, it's a little cloudy. So there you go. Not too bad. Goes another bike. Guess we need to pay.
Yeah.
102 on now. Holy smokes. We're in Sturgis, South Dakota, for those that just showed up. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Almost didn't do this today, and I'm kind of glad it came on because we've had a pretty good view for Sunday and a Father's Day and an early afternoon because she didn't want to stay up too late. She's ready for bed.
Well, we didn't go to bed till after midnight last night.
And then we was up about 8 o'clock in this morning.
Slept in again, right, Rex?
Yeah. And typically most mornings I'm up about 6:37 anyway. And I had to download some videos today. I ended up getting a video done. So I'm kind of pretty happy with the video. A lot of people look at our videos and some people will say, well, they're not that good. We're more vloggers than we are putting out a production because I don't have the time to sit down and do a good job as I'd like to do on the videos. Someday I might get to that point where we can really make the videos classy and make them more bright.
1 or 2 a week.
Get it to where every clip is something you're hanging on the edge to see everything. And we don't do that because we try to be more of a news agency. We're trying to give you the best information and at the quickest time, as fast as possible. And just like when we did the 1% ride, something was on my lens. I told her we're gonna have to buy some lens cleaners or something, clean the lens every time we stop. So there's a big, I don't know what it is. It's just, it looks like a cloud on top. I've been zooming in, but there's still a little spot on this side still. But I'm like, I don't know. And so I went back through because she filmed some. And we're trying not to show too much of the 1%ers. They could get excited if I show too much of them. So most of them, you can see them from a distance. You can't really see who they are. Maybe if you zoom in, you might be able to see who they are. Doesn't really matter at this point. They knew I was filming. And one guy said something. And I said, well, we talked to the president. Oh, okay. If he's okay. And he asked me when I got done, he said, you guys get enough footage that make it good for you? I'm like, yeah. Actually, I make 2 videos out of it. I made one out of the bars. And the other one's going to be more of a ride. We're going to explain to you, if you've never rode with we had a chance years ago in California to ride with the HA with our hog group, and I backed out. I'll just tell you the first thing is when you ride in the group with them, you ride side by side. There is no staggered. So that's the one issue. And at that point I didn't, and they were very funny because if you couldn't take any pictures, you couldn't, and I didn't have a YouTube channel then, but I was like, and we all just decided it wasn't worth it. Well, here, I had the camera mounted on the bike. So you had the forward shot, and she had one down low, kind of got the sides. She got some of the turns and stuff. And they blocked the roads, which are illegal. We talk about that, but they did it anyway. And which I did. I wanted to know what distinguishes a 1% group than any other. I thought maybe because they were national, but it's actually 1% is considered to be more of an outlaw, run against the law.
Renegades. Yeah,
renegade. You're pushing the envelope. Because everybody else, there was other clubs there, but they were the only ones at 1%. So I thought maybe only 1% only could have 1% because the Hells Angels are not dominant here. The group we ride with this is their territory, South Dakota. This is their territory. And also he said, is the Banditos?
Yeah.
Banditos kind of have this area a little bit too, but I don't know where they're out of. where they're out of here. I don't know where their headquarters or where their clubhouse is, but here this group's got a clubhouse right across town. And so we've been dealing with a lot of them. We have several of them that watch our channel. And we had a few more. We didn't realize after we got there. A few more of them were, hey, Bob and Sam, hi, Bob and Sam, how are you going? So we had a few more of them watching than we thought they did. So it's always great. Love to have people watch us. I love to be able to talk to the 1%. And these guys were all really great guys. They were all nice. Nothing. They weren't very nice when the cars wouldn't get out of the way. But other than that, they wasn't anything angry with us or anything like that. So, but I mean, it was a really fun day, and we'd like to go to the clubhouse, but it's kind of we don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to get the people that watch the channel, get them in trouble either by asking us to be there during the rally and things like that. Because a lot of times you can't film some. You know, once they're on the street, that's a whole different thing. So we're not going to talk anymore about clubs. What do you got? Can't see.
I can't. Can't see nothing.
You can see your hand in front of your face, can't you?
Barely.
All right. Oh, my butt hurts. Let me get up and I'll walk around a little bit. You guys can see. Let me turn the camera around here, and she can pay the bill. Let me get the camera here turned around. Settings, camera. Hey, I'm still right there. There's the camera.
Don't kick the bucket.
Done. There we go. Go back here. Back here. Close that. Hey, there we go. All right. So here's out front where we're at. And we always like this spot. They've always been really, really good here about letting us be here on the curb. A lot of times we sit either in this first one or we sit in the second one or the last one where she's sitting at. That's usually where we sit. But the stupid grass grows so high, it kind of blocks us out to where you really can't see what's going on. So you can see there's some of the t-shirt places. There's a Sturgis sign back there. You can see. And so most of the places are having bands on the weekends and stuff. I think they had one at the Knuckle last night. They had a band here. Oh, no, they didn't. They had a band Friday night out here. Over there, they're just playing DJ music. So they're opened up over there. So they're the world famous biker bar. So I don't know how they got that name, but it is what it is. So I'll look down that way. Maybe I'll stroll a little ways down and we'll see if it shouldn't break up because I'm using the phone. I'm using my own phone power. So of course, everybody's got t-shirts and stuff. Let me go out here, let this car go by, and we'll give you a shot of Main Street here. Quiet on a Sunday night. I mean, there's a few cars here. When we went down the other night, there was a lot of cars here. There's a One-Eyed Jack's got some cars over there. In the street here, there's a few cars. Sun's bright. Harley is closed today. They open up, I think they're starting tomorrow. They'll be open on Mondays through Saturdays. And then they'll open, once you get closer to the rally, they'll be open on a Sunday. So you can see the banners down there that they've got already up. In a few places, there's another Mr. Owl's. The front of Mr. Owl's is open. Same thing, t-shirts. The Oasis bar is open. Knuckles open. Iron Horse is open. Dungeon Bar is not open yet. I think they're supposed to be opening up soon. I'm going to try to get down there this year. There's another one I want to show you guys. We know the owner. His daughter runs the place now. And the one bartender they have in the morning, he's been there. Last time I talked to him, he's been there 20 or 30 years. So I really wanted to get with him to show that. So kind of neat. And so the race that they're going to have on that Sunday, so that race is going to be till noon on Sunday. But they're going to race right here. So at that stop sign right there is Harley Square. That's where the concerts are at over here. That way it takes you to City Hall. So the track comes down here, turns here, runs down, makes a left, goes up to that stop sign, makes another left. So it's actually, each one is one square block. And then the parking lot in the back, let me just walk over this way. I don't know if you can see it through the building. I'm not going all the way around the corner. And pretty nice. It's nice. Sun came out. A little cloudy that way. But I mean, look at it's clearing up. But it's a lot like Florida. You get that afternoon rain. But it may not be so bad. Now, yeah, so you can see it. So this parking lot right here on the other side of that pickup truck, where that gray car is, that SUV, whatever it is, and the blue pickup behind it. You can see the blue pickup. That lot is going to be all dirt. So they're going to come around down the street here, that's Sherman, come down, make a left into the parking lot by that bush, The bush is on this side of the road. Cut across there, and there's supposed to be a jump, and they'll jump across the corner and head for the Sturgis Hotel. Then they'll make another quick left here. But what we're hearing is it's going to be adventure bikes, not like that. Brian Smith was here. He probably won't be racing. He was just here with American Flat Track, because I talk a lot about AMA, but I guess the races are sanctioned by AMA, but American Flat Track is its own thing. Somebody informed me that the other day, because we always talk about AMA. Because AMA is American Motorcycle Association. I used to belong to that when I used to ride Hondas. So there's Oasis Bar. It's open. More locals go there. During the bike week, they always have karaoke and all kinds of stuff going on. Dungeon bars down there, on the car there. Sturgis Hotel, they got a great coffee shop in there. That's in the morning. That place is packed. People getting coffee and stuff in there. And it's open now. But if you get if they're probably sold out. But all those rooms will be great rooms for the race on that Sunday. And they may not be sold out because a lot of people may already be gone by then. So so back here you can see they only got half the store. They got a fence along the back. So only this front part is what's open. So if you want to, for people who just want to stop and get a shirt, tourists and things like that. 160 Biker Chick, she's open during the day. Their store's open. That Tom's has a lot of gifts and stuff in it. He's the one that takes the pictures of Main Street. He's open during the day. I don't know if there's any tattoo. Like I say, Dixon's open. Dixon is he's the one that takes building down there. Main Street. Not the first one. You see the kind of the whitest looking brick. The next one next to it. That's the old bank building. It's one of the original buildings that was here on day one. Not the first one. A little history here. And so we'll check it all out. Donut shop. Donut shop was down there that burned up. Nothing ever went back in there either. We don't have a donut shop in town. But they do have donuts now at the grocery store over there. You can see the Sturgis sign. Look real hard. Sturgis. I love Sturgis. There's nothing like it. It's just a really cool place. It's cool people. It's the best riding you could ever have in the world. People say, oh, Tail Dragon, and the road behind the Tail Dragon is so cool. Here, you can ride in a freaking subdivision, and it's a fun ride. It doesn't really matter what road you're on. You could be on the 16A, the 385, the 85, Bon Knocker Road. Because actually, I was looking today, Spearfish Canyon is really not Spearfish Canyon. It's really the 16A. Because when I looked at the map, it doesn't say Spearfish Canyon on the road. So that was interesting. Because we always call it Spearfish Canyon. Well, they got a thing back there saying, welcome bikers. I don't know what that's supposed to be, if they have a church service here or what they do. I know there's vendors here. A lot of the food ones come in these corners. So, pretty exciting. Things are going on. Like I say, it should be this week. Might see some Camaros coming through. And you'll be able to check that all out. I want to show a little bit of that. See how many show up. I don't know what the draw is on the Camaro rally. But over at the, to get here early, because all the way up till July 29th, that last Sunday in July, Full Throttle is still having their party. If you're a good gear haul thrower, they're giving away $100 to the winner. So pretty neat. I don't know if it's $100 if it's a team or if the people are against them. It's probably a team. They were when we were watching it today and we filmed it. There was 2 guys on each side, so it probably was a team. That would be my thought, but I could be wrong. So Tam disappeared. Well, she's blocked by that lady. Nope, she's still there. She's hiding.
You're kind of breaking up.
Break what up? I'm breaking up?
A little bit. Just your voice. The picture's good.
Oh.
You're kind of breaking up.
I don't know. I'm breaking up?
A little bit.
So it's too close to the buildings.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, parts of it you could hear, but then parts of it you couldn't.
All righty. Let me flip it back around and we'll wrap her up. Then we'll stand underneath the thing so they can see us. Okay. What?
I didn't get to pay yet.
You didn't get to pay yet?
No.
Settings, camera. All right, sorry, that was me. I did that.
But you do.
I shut it off.
No.
That's one thing. That's why we use StreamYard to fix this. It happens. Let me get over here so I can see any more comments. And we'll end this up here. There's a few more comments. Holy smokes. Have you been answering comments?
Yeah.
So you answer that. You talk to Karen.
Yep.
It's us.
And then Fun on Wheels wanted to know when the creators content meeting was.
That is on this first
I
Sunday.
told him the 4th.
Yeah.
At 1 to 4 at Camp Zero.
Okay. All right. Rokan Ron is heading out too. So this, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right now. We do appreciate everybody coming on. We dropped down to 81.
Yep.
So that's okay. So we're going to drop it all down. Hey, hit that thumbs up before you leave.
Yep.
Let everybody know you did appreciate us on here. And we thank you all. And so it's pretty neat, pretty exciting. We're here in Sturgis.
Watching, lots of videos coming out.
Lots of stuff. So if you want to know what's going on in Sturgis, maybe you're not going this year, maybe thinking about next year, we're going to give you all kinds of great information every single day for the next, whatever it is, 50 days. You're going to be seeing some great stuff here going on at Sturgis and get you ready for the rally. So by the time you get here, you can have that notepad out and you can be saying all the great things you want to do and see and do and all that.
Ripper Day, Rowan. 2 4s, gives a thumbs up. And Karen said she was leaving a while ago. And look, I think I got my voice back.
And we're leaving. Probably stood up.
I don't know. But thanks for hanging out with us today. We love all you guys. We appreciate all you guys. Thanks for your support. And give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. And we'll see you guys on the next video.
Go back and check all the ones out for this week. We had a lot of great videos come out. I had the 5 tips you need to know. And one that could save your life. My bike slipped around yesterday on it.
It did. I felt it.
So yeah, you got to think about that and got to look ahead.
And going 90 miles an hour.
Makes a little bit of effect on it. So with that, we're going to leave you. See you all later.